Hello, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
I'm not Dr. Nick, I'm Mike.
Good morning. It's not morning, it's
It's
late in the
afternoon.
evening for me.
Yeah.
Bonjour.
All right, you guys
Bonjour.
ready to play D&D?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, this
All
is
right.
it.
Always.
Yes.
No, I'm leaving. I don't
Okay,
want to play.
goodbye.
Goodbye.
So, when we left off last week, everybody managed to get aboard the pirate ship, grabbed some information on stuff, some new magic items, got a level up, and are headed to Ostraberg on Noble's Landing, one of the islands that makes up the Vernigald Islands. And that's where we start, on the ship, setting sail for Noble's Landing. Is there anything anybody wants to do while you are on the ship on the way to Ostraberg?
Kashel just wants to
Yes.
read his new book.
Okay.
I want to decode.
Okay.
I want to talk to the captain.
All right. What about Mitt and Dustrod and Kavara?
Mitt wants to have a conversation with Wesley. Other than that, I'm going to just leave the haversack out if anybody wants to go through some of the stuff that I picked up from the tavern. Other than that, I'm going to long rest.
Okay.
For Kiavara, I don't think she really has any plans on the ship quite yet.
Okay. Fair enough. Um let's see. Let me grab my dice real quick. And I never did settle on how long it should take to travel between the islands, right?
You never told us how long it was gonna take.
Yeah, it's a weird thing because I don't know how far apart they reasonably would be. Like they're not super far away from each other. They're not really close. You might be able to see like one island from another depending on which one it is. So let's do a research.
And personally, in another game, I did a funny where I made a map, and then I put a grid on the map. I was like, "This is the scale," and now I just stick to that scale, and I'll be like, "Oh, you have to go to this nearby place, which is oh, oops, it's 18 days away." It's pretty funny.
We're also taking the fact that our ship is guided by a weather controlling druid.
Yeah, Wesley is the
I love
navigator on the ship,
Wesley.
and he is a druid who is powerful enough to manipulate the weather and the winds, and able
Yeah.
to expedite travel on what would otherwise be a fairly rudimentary ship.
Yeah.
Basically, whatever normal time it would take would be like half.
Yeah, so I don't think you're going to have enough time to do a long rest on the boat.
Yeah.
Oh,
right?
that's quick.
It'll maybe
Is
take
that
like
with or
90
without?
minutes, 90 minutes to 2 hours.
90 minutes. Okay.
So
Yeah,
you'll
so
have enough time to short rest.
either the islands
And
are pretty close or the boat is going super fast. Or
yeah,
both of those.
I mean, it's a small chain of islands, right?
Yes, it is.
So I feel like that's fair. Like now, if you were traveling from like the southernmost island up to the northernmost island, then you have to like go around a bunch of stuff, and that makes it take a little bit longer. But probably we'll say like 2 hours to get there, right? Roughly.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
So everybody will
Considering
have time to short rest. You'll have time to work on reading the books and like decoding stuff, but not enough time to long rest. By the time that you get to Osterberg, though, once you get there, you have more than likely a place to stay, unless Kashel gets himself kicked out of his house.
Seems likely.
Uh,
I don't need a place to rest, but my 5 companions do, so hopefully he doesn't actually get kicked out.
well, luckily there wasn't any combat so far today,
Mhm.
so like
let me.
no one's really like hurt or missing a whole bunch of stuff. You're all in pretty decent shape.
We
For right now.
burned, pun intended, spell slots on Greg, but aside from that,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fine.
we
I mean,
didn't like go through our resources.
I gave him a bardic. He still has a bardic from me.
he does still have the bardic.
Yeah, but a short rest will give me those back now. I do want to say, I was examining how big were those small golems?
The small golems were
Yes.
rough, like human size, so like 5, 6 ish.
Okay.
Those are some tiny
like
humans.
the size of a small human.
Oh,
Like,
I'm a small
like-
human.
Like average
Small humans.
average female human
5'3".
size. It's like
Yeah,
around
I'm just
5'6".
in the Amazonians.
5 or 6. Okay. Could I create a minor illusion? Well, no. I wanted to. Can I roll a Arcana sec to see how much information I had to tell Lena about them, or would it be perception?
It would be an intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Let's say go ahead and roll. A history check.
It's 3. Okay.
Yeah, we'll say it's a history check to try and recall the information. I mean, you did notice them as you ran through the place. So, oh well, there's a nat 20.
Is that good?
Easy peasy.
Yeah, you can perfectly recall. Like it just happened, like not even an hour ago, right? You were going through
Yeah.
the city. There were a bunch of them. It stands to reason that you would have been able to like that you would remember what they looked like. You're a fairly artistic person, right? You're a
Yes.
musician. It's an art form. So you have an eye for that type of thing. Also, you are able to appreciate the craftsmanship in things, even if they're not made of stone, right?
Yes.
So yeah, you can recall what they look like.
All right. I wasn't actively studying them, but I relayed the information to Lena what the small golems look like and everything.
Okay.
Because she wanted to know. I wouldn't. I don't know how much I would know personally, Arcana wise or magically or anything about that though.
Yeah, you didn't interact with any of them.
No.
So like you don't like things that you don't know, or like you don't know if they're able to talk.
Nope.
You don't
Well,
know.
Dusrod actually did interact with them at the gate to Wormport going in, but I don't know what he got
No,
from
those
that.
were different.
those
No,
different?
those are different.
Yeah, those were the adamantine, it's like
Oh, okay.
soldiers, not
Yeah,
the.
those were the things that ate the guards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Does Rod know what the smaller ones were made of? Were they also made of adamantine?
Because he didn't interact with any of them. That's not something that he would be able to know.
Okay.
No.
He does know, like you were able to tell just by looking at them. They did appear to be made out of, like they appeared to be metallic. They were human shaped, like they were made to look like they could be people.
Okay.
But like visually, distinctly, they looked as though they were different, right? Like they lacked the sort of like human features that a person would have.
Were
Like-
they moving fluidly or kind of mechanically?
Like, I'd say like 80% fluidly.
80%. So there was something just like a little bit off of their movement.
Yeah, like a little like kind of in the like uncanny valley, right?
Okay, I relayed that information to Lena that they were okay.
So with the information being relayed, uh, like, do they seem to look like me, basically, which is the big question.
So you, like, given the information that you have from Dustrod, you are clearly able to pass as human.
Yes.
They're not. They are visually like non-human looking, right? Like they're the same
Mhm.
shape and they're made to mimic human appearance, but you would be more not like better articulated, but like you were like designed in order to perfectly blend in, right?
Assuming I have clothes.
Yeah.
I seem to have been designed with the idea that I would be wearing clothes, so
Mhm.
that's not an issue. All right, so that's at least a pretty important point of difference. Um, but who knows? Maybe there's more to uncover eventually.
Mhm.
All right,
Um
so I thank Dustrad for the information.
Mm-hmm.
Like next time I'll have to like actually look at them myself so I can see if there's anything magic. Well, I mean, it obviously there's something magic powering them, but like, what's the mechanism exactly? Next time I'm gonna have to go and figure that out.
so
Uh,
who go ahead.
um, is there anything? Jeez. I guess Desrod wouldn't even be interacting with anyone on such a short trip. He's kind of off to himself.
Okay. Uh Lena, you wanted to talk to the captain.
Yes.
Okay.
So is she like not driving because it's not a car, but like,
She's at the helm.
okay, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Um, so was there anything you wanted to tell me before? Like, you started talking
So
and I cut you.
you look around on the pirate ship. There's a whole bunch of like crewmen running, like going around doing like basic maintenance type things and like help like working on the ship. You see Wesley manipulating the winds in order to make sure that they're able to get wherever it is that they're like where they're going without worry of like, oh, we can't go this way because the wind's not blowing that way or whatever.
Mhm.
And you look over and you see Alisaria at the helm a distance away. So like you're easily able to find her. She absolutely stands out amongst like the average pirate that's on the ship.
All right. Well, I'm gonna uh, uh, approach casually approach to do the WikiHow meme, and I'm not actually approaching like the meme, but yeah, I'm going to approach her and ask her, "Hey, Captain, uh, would you mind if I have a few questions, if you wouldn't mind?"
Uh yeah, what's up?
So you seem to have been close, or like relatively close. I don't know how close other people pirates get, but you seem to have been close with Erit.
Yeah, we had an amicable working relationship.
That's good. Um, so he told me before he died um, that when he came to these islands to defeat this dark being that nobody seems to remember anything about, um, he, he made the trip with a pirate captain. And I was wondering if that was you, because like you're an elf, and I know elves can live a very, very long time, so it could make sense. I was just curious if it's you.
Oh, yeah, that was me.
All right.
Different crew back
So
then, but yeah.
yeah, that would make sense. So I was really curious. Did you also get affected by that spell that seemed to have affected everyone's memory on the islands? Like, do you remember any details about this dark being back when you help this like Erit's group get to the islands, or did you also like lose all of that?
Boy, I guess I really couldn't say whether or not I was affected by any sort of spell. I didn't ask any questions about really what they were doing at the time. So, I don't know, maybe. Like, I mean, I never met what they were trying to fight. That wasn't what I was doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not gonna stick my neck out for some fucking bullshit that's not my, like, that's above my pay grade. I'm a captain. I pilot the ship. I run the crew. Take other people's ships. But like, I didn't go help fight whatever thing they were fighting.
Right. Sure. But did you like I don't know, like maybe at the port heard anything about it or
Oh yeah, I
like
remember what was going on at the time.
oh, well, I'd be curious to know more.
Sure. Out of nowhere, it seemed like there was this like black cloud in the middle of the ocean. People want to go like immediately wanted to go look at it, see what was going on. This like weird sort of weather phenomenon, right?
Hmm.
And nobody could get their boats through. So naturally, I went to go see what it was. It was like this big castle in the middle of the ocean that wasn't there before. And I landed, looked around for some stuff. There wasn't any loot that I could find. Couldn't figure out how to get into the castle, so I left. And then all of a sudden, this hotshot asshole comes out with this better boat technology or whatever. And all of a sudden, everybody's going all over the place, coming to these islands. And now there's some evil creature who's going to destroy the world there, and a war breaks out. Really bad for business. So I left. Traveled other places.
So you
went on-
remember the war as well?
I remember that it happened.
Yeah, but you weren't actively participating in it, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
expect you to know all the details. The details, but okay, so just to make sure that because like we got information back on the island and like I kind of just want to like double check it with you and make sure that like the timelines work together. So according to the information, like there were people on the islands from the start, and the people from outside the islands, like the guy who the asshole who made the new boat technology, they came in and then they just started slaughtering people, and then they just resettled the islands and declared themselves uh, like owners of the place. Like, does that sound about right with how, like, from your perspective, how you've seen things?
Oh yeah, 100%. They wanted the I mean, like, I guess I can't speak for everybody, but if you ask me, that Vernon guy, he wanted the resources that were on the island.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's great. Actually, being able to confirm with a living person the stuff we already found before. Is there anything else I should ask? Maybe we can let someone else do their things while I think about that.
Okay. Mitt, you wanted to talk to Wesley.
Yeah, so as we like get on the boat and we're set sailing, Mitt is Mitt's got a couple things going through his head. Once he wants to go through the stuff that he got, and then the conversation he wants to have with Wesley. So where is Wesley on the boat right now?
He's kind of like levitating up behind the sails,
Gotcha.
like over the deck.
I walk over and yell out to him. Woo! Boy, Wesley, you looking handsome today. How are you doing, sir?
See, he looks down at you and he's like, "Oh, thank you very much. I'm doing fairly well. Just making sure that we can get where we're needing to go." And you see he kind of like floats down. Little like gust of wind picks up under
Yeah.
his feet as he lands on the deck of the ship. He's like, "Is there something that I can help you with?"
Not me specifically, because I wouldn't ask, and this feels a little out of place. But Greg here, I had a conversation with Greg today, and he's been up in that lighthouse for an awfully long time, taken prisoner. You remember, right? A couple minutes ago, we found him. Greg, he's got a little cape now on my shoulder.
Yes,
You
I
remember Greg?
remember. He's the very
Okay.
cute little sprite.
Yeah. So Greg wanted to know if you being, a master of air and all, could potentially conjure him a friend, maybe made of air. I do have a lot of money and I've got some goodies. Maybe we can work out a trade. It's not for me. I just want Greg to be happy. He's, I feel like I owe it to him. He's been out there for a long time, working the lighthouse and all.
So you're asking me if I could conjure an elemental for Greg?
Yeah, for Greg, not for me. For Greg. Greg needs a friend.
I see. Well,
And I can pay for it for him because, I'm kind of his father now.
but
Or maybe,
if I did do any sort of conjuring, whatever was conjured would only exist for a limited period of time. But also,
mean-
there is the small issue of, well, normally yes, I could. Normal, it would be something that is within my skill set to conjure an elemental. Something is. There is a problem where I am unable to make contact with elemental planes, which is a separate issue entirely. I can't. It's
Is
no.
that where you're from?
Yes. I am from a different plane, and I'm trying to figure out how I might get home so that I can be with my people again.
You know what, Wesley? I'll keep that in mind.
Yes, please
I
do.
feel like we owe you one, Wesley. You've been a phenomenal help. You're ridiculously handsome. If there's anything I can do to help you get home, you just let me know. And then maybe once we get there, we can figure out getting a friend for little Greg here.
Well, if you ever find a portal that leads to the elemental planes, be sure to tell me because that would be very nice.
How can I? Okay, well, I don't know what you guys are planning on doing after we get to Noble's Landing. What is there a way I can contact you?
Um, do you have the sending spell?
I don't have the sending spell. I'm just a cat with a bow and arrow.
Maybe someone in the party has a sending spell.
Well, other than a sending spell, I do not know if there is a way to contact me specifically.
I see. Okay, well, if I ever find a portal to the elemental plane,
I do suppose, and this is kind of a long shot. You could tell the tell nature to find me if you can speak with plants.
I
They're
can't
very
speak with
chatty.
I can't speak with plants, but I can speak with animals. Maybe I
Okay.
can tell Greg. Maybe Greg can figure it out. He's a smart sprite. I don't know if you know it or not. He's like really smart. He made himself the cloak.
Is it true? Did you make the cloak? He
He
says
did.
that you made him the cloak.
He's being humble.
You should take credit for the sweet things that you do. It speaks very
No,
good of your
no.
character.
No, he made it. He's just being humble. Look at him. You think I could make a cloak that good? Not me.
Okay.
All right,
I
well,
will
I
believe you.
appreciate it. And I will yell to nature if I ever find it and I'm not able to contact you.
Okay.
Where are you guys headed after you drop us off?
I don't know.
I see. Well, I don't know what your guys' agenda is or what you guys are doing, but we might need a way back off of Noble's Landing. How open to that do you think the captain might be? You've probably been with her for a while, but I don't want to intrude on the kindness she's already shown us by asking. Of
Well-
course, we could pay for that.
If she has somewhere that she wants to be, then the ship will leave. Or if we become unwelcome in the harbor, being that we are pirates, then we will go somewhere else and hang out.
Okay, I'll have a conversation with her, but I appreciate your time, Wesley. You're a good fella. Don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise.
Okay, thank you very much for the compliment. I do appreciate it.
And if you ever want a cloak, I can make it. I can have Greg make you one.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. And then
Appreciate
it's gonna go take a little nap afterwards.
Okay. Is there anything else
Uh,
that
That's
anybody
what-
would like?
Desrod wants to try his new spell out with Greg.
Okay.
Or anyone in general, but mostly Greg. He has comprehend languages now.
Mhm.
And he wants to ritual cast it and try to see how it works.
And you want to try and talk to Greg with it?
Yeah, he doesn't
Okay.
know if Greg knows any languages. I mean, he wants to know the extent for it.
All right. Go ahead and you go up to Greg. Ritual cast comprehend languages.
Yeah.
And you notice that Greg doesn't say anything.
At all.
Nope.
Can I ask him a question?
You can.
You got a mighty fine cloak there, Greg.
You say that and you see Greg sort of like shifts around and like glows in different patterns and kind of like dances a little bit. And you understand that he is thankful for the compliment and feels a little bit embarrassed. But he doesn't say anything.
He doesn't say anything. Okay. And then can I find Kiavara and ask her if she can say anything in a language I wouldn't know?
Yeah, I mean I feel like you would be able to find Keavara unless Keavara is
Yeah.
hiding somewhere.
No, I'm just, looking out at the ocean with my little scrunkled up paper, drawing our handsome dragonborn and just sketching him.
Desrod goes up to Kiavara and Kiavara.
Oh, what's up?
Hi, I
Shove the
got a
paper in
new
my
spell
pocket.
I want to try out. I've
Um,
already cast it. Uh, you wouldn't have to know any languages beyond common, would you?
I know celestial, elvish, infernal.
Hmm. Uh, can you pick one and say something to me in it?
Yeah, sure. In infernal, I'm just gonna in this dark, angry language, scream "What's up" at Kait.
Yeah, you understand it.
I completely understand that. All right, thank you, Kiavara. That's all Desrod wanted to experiment with.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Hmm. And that's it. That's all Desrod wanted to know.
Just kind of looking like, what was that? What?
Oh, I guess Desrod turns around. Oh, comprehend languages. I was able to fully understand you.
Oh yeah, that's
Uh,
a good one to have.
it might come in handy. You never know what weird languages we might come around or if we get separated. And then Desrod goes up, sits next to the deck, and starts to play his guitar.
Okay. Uh,
Because the captain actually waves at the captain and starts playing his guitar.
Mhm.
Because he wanted to play the guitar for the captain.
okay.
And that's it.
Is there any other? Did Lena have any other questions for Alisaria?
Yes.
Okay.
So let's leave the the past behind. It's kind of a weird expression to use in that context, but like I've had my questions about the past. So I was wondering, like right now, what brought you back to these islands that you? I mean, I don't know if you came back regularly since then. Uh, so like I don't know if it's something routine for you, but I was curious, like why are you here now?
Oh, Eric wanted to ask me a question about a shipwreck that we found a few years back. So like I was over in Philnatheus, kind of hanging out. I got a message from Eric asking to come back and talk to him about some shipwreck that we found in the islands. I don't know. Oh, it was a while ago. To see if I like noticed anything odd about it or like suspected foul play or whatever.
Hmm.
So that's what I was doing here. And she points over at Kayavara. I was like, and while we were in the harbor, she was looking for a ride there. So since we were going the same way, I figured why not.
But that ended up being pretty fortunate.
Yeah, it worked
Um,
out.
so about the shipwreck, where is it now?
The shipwreck?
Yeah.
Probably cleaned up, I guess. Whatever didn't sink. I know that there wasn't a whole lot in the wreck in terms of like treasure, save for a like some like miscellaneous stuff that wasn't really worth much. Uh, there was a sword that washed up on shore. I think that got returned to the next of kin. Found a couple bodies. Looked like there was foul play, but I didn't really like thoroughly go through anything. I don't do that sort of thing anymore.
It was a
Um,
I mean, like you said, it was a few years ago, but like
it
at
was
the time, it was recent.
yeah. At the time, it was some uh something happened at sea. There was a ship, like a shipwreck, most likely. Like if you ask me, some kind of an attack given by like the bodies that I discovered at the scene. It looked like some other faction boarded the ship, but uh, I wasn't really able to make heads or tails of it as far as like who was supposed to be there and who wasn't. Like
Mhm.
I'm not. I used to be an investigator before I became a pirate, but I wasn't like conducting an investigation to figure out what happened per se. So like I never went and got like a ship's manifest or anything to see who was supposed to be aboard.
All right.
Yeah. I guess he was looking into it for some kid. I don't remember.
Yeah, maybe. And I guess the last question I would have is, so I guess Arsen is trying to decode the book right now.
Yes.
Right, so I'm just gonna point, like I know that she was there when like the book was given to Sheena and all that. So I'm just gonna point out and be like, do you know whose book that is? Like, have you seen it before, or is it like something you don't recognize at all?
Which book?
The book that Arsen is trying to decode right now.
She looks over like across everybody and she's like, the tiefling kid, right?
Yes.
Was Barnabas. Barnabas Fleck? Yeah. Right? That
Might
yeah,
be. Did you carry him on your boat with Erit?
yeah, he was on the boat.
Okay. Had he ever been to the islands before you brought him here with your boat? That
Yeah,
you know of?
I mean, he seemed like he knew it. The guy was an asshole though. Like he had this sort of like air of superiority around him. So like
That
he knew
would make
better than
sense.
everybody. He was always the right, like everything he thought was right. The guy was a prick. But like he definitely talked like he knew the islands.
All right. That also works with the stuff we found. Cool. So I guess we'll see what the book has to say once Arsen finishes decoding it.
Yeah. I mean, he seems like a smart
Um,
kid. He'll probably figure it out.
Oh yeah, I'm sure given enough time, he's gonna crack the code. Maybe even before the end of the voyage. We're gonna see. But yeah, I think I've taken up enough of your time. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of
And
course.
well, we'll talk again when we get to the destination.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna go sit somewhere on the deck and start looking at the scroll of sending I have. Try to see if I can decipher exactly how the spell works, so I can eventually copy it to my spellbook.
Okay. Let me look a thing up really quick just to see how long that should take.
Yeah, like I don't remember exactly how long it takes, but I think it's longer than the 2 hours. So I'm not expecting I can actually copy it right now, but maybe get started on it.
Give me a DC 13 Arcana check. Right? It's sending's a third level spell, right?
It's a third level spell, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's
Yeah,
gonna be
you
a
can
26.
absolutely copy it.
Oh, perfect. So I start reading the scroll. It's not as complicated as expected it would be. I pull out my spell book and I start copying it.
Once you finish copying the spell into the book, the spell fades off of the scroll and the scroll becomes mundane paper.
Can I use mundane paper to make another spell scroll?
No, only magical paper.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep that in my inventory anyway. It's probably gonna be useful eventually.
I might have a use for it.
Perfect. So
I want to go up and bother Alisaria.
Um,
Just for a minute.
okay. Aren't you reading a book right now?
I am currently in the process of reading a book, but it just struck me that these are pirates. We're going to dock at a town that is, not exactly filled with people just from Vernigald. We got a nobles town, so it might help to have, an authorization to dock.
Okay.
And remain docked.
Okay.
So I just want to go up, ask for full name, say, hey, would you like an authorization to dock if you want to like stick around for any amount of time?
I'm sorry. Are you asking if we want what?
So you have problems in docks generally, correct? Because it's a pirate crew.
You see she kind of like turns around and looks at Cloldul and is like, "Do we ever have problems talking?" And he like kind of like half nods, half shrugs, and she's like, "Oh, okay." Uh,
Because I can provide an official order,
I
at least
mean,
for Asterberg.
no, no. If anybody gives us any shit, we'll handle it.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to reading.
Give me a perception check.
Great. I'm quite good at these. That's a 13.
Okay. Um, you walk back, like you start walking back over to sit down somewhere and read your book. You hear a voice. This is like raspy, grungy voice from behind you. Like, "Hey, what you got? Where'd you get this? This is pretty nice. Where'd it come from?"
Uh, what?
You turn around and you see that the sword that you found in Valamir's manor is in the hands of a very dirty trash cat.
Don't talk about Mitt like that.
I don't think that's Mitt.
I know.
This is something that I found that I had promised to return.
Return it to where?
To its owner. And if you wouldn't mind, I would like to have that back.
What, this?
Yeah,
Points at
yes,
the
I would
sword.
like to have that sword back.
Okay, but like, what if I would like to have it?
I'm. I can't let you keep that sword.
Sure you could. You could let me keep it. All you gotta do is, say that I can have it. I mean, like I'm not gonna do anything with it. I'm gonna keep it up on my pile of trash. It's gonna be right up there. And he points up at the crow's nest, and he's like, "I'm just gonna put it up there, and then it's gonna sit there. It's gonna be safe. Nothing bad's gonna happen to it. You can just let me have it. I mean, like, me and
I have.
me and my buddy, me and my buddy Jingles. What if we need it? What if we, just keep it. Nothing bad's gonna happen.
I have use for this sword.
Oh, okay. You know what? Fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need it. Here you go. You can have it back. Okay.
Does
Whatever.
Mitt hear this
Thank you.
going on?
Give
Is it enough commotion to wake up from a nap?
me a perception check.
Okay. 10.
Yeah, I feel like
Okay.
you'd probably hear it.
I'm just watching it
Just like
unfold.
maybe not necessarily the context, but I feel like Mitt would be
I see
acutely
Cash
aware of
arguing with
anybody
a
giving
trash
Kashel a
cat.
hard time.
Because it's entertaining to me. Okay, cool. That's all I wanted to know. Is if I could hear it.
Yeah. You see, he gives the sword back to you, and he's like, "Okay, fine. You have the sword. What about this though?" And you look, and the sword has been placed back with you, but he now has the book that you were reading, the book that you got from the church. He's like, "What's this about?" He's sort of like
I don't know.
rifling through
I'm
the
trying to
pages.
find out.
What do you mean you're trying? But when you got a book, you don't know what it is. That doesn't make any sense. What good is a book if you don't know what the book is?
I'm trying to find out what it is and what I can get out of it.
Okay, I see. Trying to read the book. Okay, well, here you
Wanna-
go. And he just is gone. He like throws the book back at you, and he's like just vanishes from sight.
Can Mitt discern from where he is that like the tabaxi is just trying to like get some fucking loot?
Roll insight.
Oh, insight. Okay. 12.
12.
Like I can reasonably see him like going through Cash's stuff and like picking it up and then being sad he can't have it.
I feel like on a 12, you would think that like this. It seems like this person's just kind of like bored, just like running
Yeah.
around, like looking for something to do.
Gotcha. Okay.
Arsen, give me a perception check.
Give me 1 minute.
Okay.
Is he gonna go up to everyone and try to steal stuff?
I mean, he's not trying to steal anything. If he wanted
Well,
to
I
steal
mean,
it, it'd already be
you
gone.
know, he's
Yeah.
cure his boredom. I
Can we
should
say
curious
that
to
I
back
did the
some.
same thing to him as I did Cash when he got interested and tried to touch my book and was like, "Yeah, go for it. Take a look."
Except that Cash doesn't have an explosive book, so it will only work if he came to you.
I have
Well,
my
I've
journal
been on
on
the
me
ship
now.
before, so that's how.
Yeah, I feel like this character would have tried to open your book. I don't know if he would
Yeah.
have been as persistent, but I feel like he absolutely would have taken it and
While
attempted
we're
to.
waiting, where did he
said-
go?
Hey, you said perception, right?
Yes, make a perception check.
Okay, and sorry if my audio is a little weird. I'm waiting for my other headphones to charge. Oh, I fucking don't notice anything. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Well,
I
you
am
will immediately
engrossed in-
notice as the book that you are trying to decode is now in the hands of a trash cat. What's this?
Okay.
What is this written in fucking
Are-
gibberish? What kind of language is this? That doesn't make any sense.
Can I sleight of hand take it back?
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand.
That is a 23.
That is a 23. You go to swipe it out of his hands, and he is behind you.
Okay. Arsen's gonna stop
Like,
and he's
you
gonna
answer
look
my
at
question.
him.
You can't just go and try and grab things out of people's hands. That's rude. What are you doing?
I think you're being a
What
bit
is-
of a hypocrite. Didn't you just take that out of my hand?
Well, hold on. You can't go around applying rules to people the same way, right? That's not how that works. Is that how that works? You see, he turns and looks at his shoulder and starts talking to a rat on his shoulder, and the rat starts like pantomiming towards him, and he's like, "What are you trying to tell me that I shouldn't have taken the book out of the person's hands? What does that mean? That doesn't make any sense."
Arsen's gonna lean close and he's gonna be like, "Listen, if you give me back my book, I'll tell you all about it." And I'm gonna persuade him.
Okay, roll persuasion.
16.
He looks at the book and he's like, "I mean, what do you think, Jingle? Do you think
Arsen flutters his eyelashes a little.
Do you think you? I mean, do I really need to know what's in the book? It's true. It could be a pretty good story. Okay, I accept your proposal. Here you go. And he throws the book back at you and disappears.
Okay, Arsen's like, didn't you want to hear this? Okay. All right. How far am I in decoding this book?
We will find out once you have finished the boat ride.
Okay, Arsen is going to look around one more time. Do I see the garbage cat?
No.
Okay, he's gonna say out loud, "Well, it's too bad that little rough-looking kitty cat left so quick. I may have given him a little present for being so kind and returning my book to me." And he's gonna sit back down.
Did not hear you.
Okay, good. He's gonna continue reading his book. He is not going to be distracted by anything around him. He doesn't want to think about anything else but what is in this book.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. Dustrod, you're over there sitting down playing your music on the boat.
Yeah.
The trash cat runs up to you and he's like, "What are you doing?"
Is he gonna steal his instrument as he's playing?
I hope he tries. I really do. I'm playing some. Can I roll performance to see how well I was playing?
Yeah,
I
sure.
always like doing that. My God.
That's a 30. Yeah,
God,
you're playing a sad, sad song, but
very
like
sad.
technically, it's real good.
Yeah. And I look at the trash can. I'm like, playing some music. What you doing?
I don't know, trying to figure out what I want to do.
What do you have in mind?
I don't know. You know, there's a whole bunch of new people on the boat, and I don't know who all these people are. So I'm just kind of running around, seeing what they got, what they're doing, what they're up to. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on. And, you know, I get kind of antsy. I sit up in the crow's nest all day and all night, and I'm supposed to be a lookout, but like I gotta, you know, you gotta get out and stretch your legs a little bit, otherwise you forget how to walk, right? Does that ever happen to you? You ever forget how to walk when you're sitting around too long? You like, you know, you lose all the feeling in your legs and everything. Anyway, I never learned how to play any musical instruments. Like I don't have the attention span for it. You know, like I gotta sit down and I gotta like learn how to do it and practice. And I feel like my hands are kind of stupid, but I also got these claws and they keep cutting the strings when I try and play stuff like a guitar or anything, and like they'll get stuck in like the holes in a flute. And I think I'm doing it wrong. My friend he tells me that I'm doing it wrong because he like you know, anybody should be able to learn how to do it, but I just can't figure it out. You know,
This guy is me at like 2 in the morning. This is exactly how I speak at 2 in the morning.
Dexrod looks at him for a few seconds. It's like, well, I'm usually up and about, never sitting around, so my legs never don't need to get up and stretch them out or anything. Yeah, claws would be a hindrance for some strings. Have you ever tried a drum?
have I tried to drum?
A drum?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
tried to drum. I hit them too fast.
You hit
You
them
know,
too
you ever
fast?
just like go too fast, like you know, what's the word for it? Tempo. My tempo's too fast. You know, like I it's
Is it like this fast and then Desrod goes really fast and plays like a riff real quick?
Do you have a drum with you?
No,
And you
not a
start
drum. On my
like
guitar.
on your guitar?
On my guitar, yeah.
And he's like, I mean, like, you know, you know, that's pretty good.
Mm. Oh, what's your name?
My name?
Your name? Yes.
Oh, you can you call me Braxton.
Braxton?
Yeah.
Wow, it's a pleasure to meet you. There's another party member of ours. You should really go talk to. I think you could be great friends with him. He's a tabaxi, and
Oh, Tabaxi, I
I
probably
don't
know him.
know.
Where's he from?
I really want to know. He's really standoffish and stuff. But if you get his, he really loves it when you talk really fast to him. He has a cool little companion, a fire sprite. I don't know if you're too versed in that. He's pretty interesting. No,
Okay,
you should
yeah,
go.
sure. I'll go. Okay, I'll go find him. And you see
All
he's gone.
right. Okay. Does the captain hear my music?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess everyone would kind of hear it on the boat in general.
Yeah.
All right. That's where I guess goes back to playing his music on Nat 20.
Okay. Mitt, you feel as Greg is no longer touching your body, like he's no longer sitting on you.
I look around and just pan out and see if I see where Greg is.
Yeah, he's in the hands of the trash cat.
Visibly like frustrated. I want to try to snatch the rat off of his shoulder. Can I roll a
Give me a. I mean, you're not trying to do it sneakily, right?
Well, I mean, is he paying attention to me? Or is
Is
he messing with Greg?
the cat paying attention to you, or is the rat
Yeah.
paying attention to you?
Either of them.
The rat is paying attention to you.
Okay. Well, then I want to sleight of hand and grab the rat.
Okay, go ahead and roll sleight of hand.
10. Fuck.
Okay, you go to grab the rat off of his shoulder, and the rat jumps over your hand.
Okay. Is he
Is it-
still like facing the other way? Is he facing me? Or is he facing the other way?
Yeah, he's facing you. He's just looking at
Braxton.
the guy. He's like, "So what's this?
This is
How'd you get a
Greg.
candle to stay lit without the candle pot?"
It's magic. I'm a magician.
Nah, I don't believe you.
You want to
Holy
see a magic
shit!
trick?
Do I know you?
Possibly. You might have heard of me.
Where you from? That's not important.
I'm from
Where you
parts
been?
unknown. I've been everywhere. I'm a pretty esteemed member of the debauchery. I get around. I take jobs. I mean, some would say I'm a bounty hunter. Also, be careful with that's my son. That's Greg.
Oh, it's okay. Look, I understand. I also
Hey,
have a
listen,
friend that I
listen,
like to
listen,
have hang
listen.
out on my shoulder. You see, he puts him back on your shoulder.
Maybe it's a tabaxi thing. He can do a little dance. Greg, do you want to show him your little dance?
You see
What are you
Greg
getting
starts
about?
dancing.
Yeah.
You see Greg starts dancing, and then the rat Jingle starts
Like-
dancing as well.
Yeesh, we're fancy out on this boat. I see you around messing with everybody. What are
I'm
you
not messing
looking
with
for
anybody.
something? Well, I mean, I saw
What?
you pick up the sword. I saw you. Do you want
just wanted
something?
to see what it
I-
was.
listen. I got something for you. And I reach into the bag and I pull out a sword that I took from like one of the many swords that I took from the tavern and give it to him. You can keep this one. What's your name?
My name? My name's Braxton.
And what's your esteemed colleague there on your shoulder's name?
This is Jingle.
Braxton and Jingle. Do I know you? I feel like he looks familiar to Mitt, but like not enough to place it. Have you ever heard the name Mitt before?
Yeah, man. I know you.
Where do you know me from? My memory has been foggy the last few days. It's been a wild one. There was the magic guy did the big circle with his fingers and made a lot of people die. I don't know if you saw that, but it was wild.
Nah, I didn't see anything. I wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't like
yeah, it
being
was
out in
crazy.
crowds. I get lost whenever I walk through cities. I like to go and hang out in alleys, and then I get lost in the trash, and everybody has to come find me, and then I get yelled at. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, to each their own. I prefer rooftops myself.
Yeah, I know. I think that's where I know you from. You used to sit on the rooftops and throw shit at me while I was hanging out in the trash.
Did I?
Back in Tabak Sands, yeah.
Oh, my bad. Different.
Nah,
different
it's fine.
strokes for
Look, I get
different
it.
folks.
It's not a big
Yeah,
deal.
you got the
You were
sword
throwing
now
stuff
as
down
my
there, and that becomes
apology.
more trash for me.
Yeah. Well, either way, you have this sword now as my apology.
Yeah, okay.
And
I mean, I'll take it.
Both of our little shoulder guys dance.
That's true. They're
Cool
very good.
guys. Yeah, of course. How long have you been a part of this pirate crew? When did you leave?
A few years ago,
Yeah. Better out here. A lot of trash on the sea, I'm assuming.
I
Lot
mean,
to
like
do.
we find a bunch of stuff, and then anything that everybody thinks is junk, I end up taking that, and then I take all the junk up into the crow's nest, and I leave it there, and then I just
Can I-
kind of like
can
live
I-
in the pile of the stuff.
Can I come check out your junk? I'll show you my junk.
You coming on to me?
No, like your pile of junk, man. Come on.
I mean, yeah, sure. If you want to come up into the crow's nest, you can come hang out up there and see what
I'd be
I
down
got.
to come check it. Yeah, come
He's
check
gone.
out your junk. I go up to check his junk out.
All right, you climb up to the crow's nest.
Can I roll
and it's
insight
just
to see if he has anything important in there?
it's just a pile of
It's
pile of
actually just
garbage.
junk. It's
There's
just
like
garbage.
old rotten food and like crumpled up papers and like just trash. Like
All right, I
It's
want to leave like some
disgusting.
of my. I want to leave a pretzel up here for him because I still have one that I didn't eat.
yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna add this to your pile, Braxton, for you and Jingle.
Yeah, sure.
And then
if
I-
you want to leave it there.
I
Also,
have a
my name's
little-
Jangles. I go around telling everybody that I don't know that my name's Braxton in case anybody's looking for me. You can't be too careful.
No, my profession, I completely understand that. Someone's out to kill me too. I have no idea who. Maybe someone from, back home. But
Well, I mean, look, maybe you shouldn't have become a bounty hunter. I mean, you piss off a lot of
you-
people when you go and.
You got to put
piss
trash on the table somehow, right? You're a pirate. I'm a
what?
bounty
You know what?
hunter.
I respect that. I respect it. I do.
Never a truer word's been spoken, right?
Yeah. No, I get it. You got to do what you got to do. But like, it's good not to tell people what your real name is because you never
What
know
should
what
I-
anybody's going to do with that information.
Should I go by a code name?
I don't know.
You think you can help me think of a good one while we're up here?
I mean, like, look, I can try.
Look,
I'm
no,
not
let's
really.
let's spitball for a second.
Okay.
Greg. Wait, no, that's Greg's
Yeah,
name. I
that's his
can't
name.
take
You
that.
can't do that.
Maybe I can be Jingle. No, wait, that's you.
No, that's his name.
What about? Wait, what about Jongle?
Jungle's. What about Scunch?
It's like stinky lunch, like combined.
Yeah, you'd be Scunch.
I'd be Stinky Lunch. First name Stinky, last name Lunch, and then as a nickname, I go by Scunch.
Yeah, I mean, like it's your your
Y-
alias, whatever you want it to be. That's fine.
What do we have another option, or do you think we should just roll with it? I like Scunch.
Yeah, go with that. This is I never
Uh,
met anybody with that name, so why would anybody be looking for anybody who
Do you-
has that name if nobody's
do
met him before?
you have a piece of paper in your trash pile up here? I can make a name tag. This
You
has
see, he like
Scunch on it.
glances around, and he's like, "I don't think so."
Okay, well, I'll get a name tag made and I'll be Scunch. Well, if you ever need anything, I'm sure you can find me. Us Tabaxi are good at that. But thank you for showing me your lovely home up here, and I'll be
Yeah, man.
seeing
Be
you
be
around.
careful getting down. It's a lot trickier getting down than it is getting up.
I backflip off.
All right. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
Okay. 14.
Okay.
No superhero landing.
I mean, that would don't do that.
Yeah.
3-point landings are real bad.
Yeah. I'm a cat though. You have to remember. Cats always land on their feet.
Yeah.
All 4 of them. That's kind of how they work.
Well, I think with a 14, maybe he just lands on 3.
Yeah. Scunch the acrobat.
You take 10 damage
Okay.
as
Do we-
as you jump off the crow's nest and hit the ground.
Yeah. I'm fine. I just like brush it off. I'm just
he
like
he
everything
shouts
is
down. He's like,
okay.
"See, I told you, you got to be really careful getting down from here. It's not safe.
Okay,
It's not
no,
safe."
I'm fine. I'm fine. It was all for the show.
All of you
Can I roll
hear
perception on that
as
spell?
all of you hear it. You see everything on the ship kind of like stops, and everybody looks as Mitt hits the ground, jumping out of the crow's nest.
Can I see how hurt
Arsen
Mitt is?
laughs so loud. He laughs so loud.
Actually, better yet, I'm just gonna toss a heal at Mitt as he's falling.
All right.
I think I still have the healing potions that I never put in my inventory.
No, it's
from, like,
fine.
all
It's
of it.
just gonna
Okay,
cost
okay.
the dice. Hang on. D6. Roll. You get 1 HP back.
Yes,
Congratulations.
let's go.
Um,
How much is the healing potions that we got? I never used mine, but I also didn't add them to my inventory.
you hit the ground, and like Kavara throws the heel at you, and Toby runs up to you, and he's like, "Oh no, how are you okay? I saw that you fell out of the crow's nest. Are you doing all right? Do you need any help? Do you need
Toby-
medical attention?
Toby, listen, and
Because
I
if there's
whisper,
anything that I can do, I'm
listen,
more than happy to help."
Toby, coming. Everybody in my party thinks I'm a superhero, and I don't want them to think that jump off the thing hurt me. I want to look real badass. If you got a potion, my knees hurting, a band-aid, anything, that'd be great. Like, keep it between us, and I slide him like a couple gold pieces. You gotta keep up the facade, Toby.
He's like, "Okay, look,
You
I'm
get
not.
it? You got me?
No, I understand.
Okay,
I get
okay.
it. It's fine. Sure. He gives you some medical equipment to help, like, to take care of yourself.
Okay.
He's like, if you need anything, come see me in the infirmary. I'm okay.
Thank you,
Whatever,
Toby.
whatever you need. Everybody kind of hangs out for a little bit on the boat, sort of like noticing the antics of some of the more animated members of the crew. Some time goes by, and you hear as the trash cat shouts from the crow's nest at the captain. those of you that understand thieves' cant, he lets the captain know that they're about 5 minutes out from shore. Captain lets everybody know. Cash, go ahead and give me your investigation check for what you were able to find reading the book.
That's a 13.
Okay.
Could have been worse.
Could have been worse.
I heal up with what Wesley gave me, by the way.
What Toby gave you?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to DM you on what Cash was able to get out of the book. Like, between the interruption from like going to talk to the captain for a little bit, and then the interruption from the trash cat, and like the writing, like the book isn't super consistent with like how it's written, and some of the language isn't like particularly familiar to Cash. So like it's a lot to sort of wrap your head around. You did get, and like some of the parts you kind of got stuck on, and like kind of like provoked some like deeper thought on that section, so it was more difficult to read it for like just the content, because you started to get pulled into the context of some of it. So on your 13, this is all you were really able to get that isn't what you would already be aware of. But next time that you have downtime, you're more than welcome to sit down and go over the book again. The DC will be lower.
Shit. Okay.
Are we pulling up to the land?
Yeah. You're coming into the harbor right now.
Okay. Before we actually go into harbor, Desrod stops playing his music, stands up, and he takes a gold coin and a pretzel and throws it off and offers a I guess we call it a prayer, maybe.
Okay.
As like a silent offering, like he did at the altar to the defaced statue.
Give me a religion check.
Okay. Oh boy.
Okay.
All right. Take a gold off my inventory. That's all he wanted to do.
All right. You see the crew starts to kind of like shuffle around, get ready, like getting ready to dock. Doesn't take a super long time. Wesley's able to pretty quickly stop the boat from moving forward by literally manipulating the water around it. You pull into harbor, ship docks. Captain's like, all right, everybody who needs to get off the boat, get off the boat. I don't know how long we're going to be here. If anybody has any business that they want to do in town, go ahead and do that. And if anybody gives you any shit, send them to me.
Desrod tips his hat and says, "Thank you, Captain." Then he waits for everyone to gather up to get off the ship together, I guess.
As you all dock, you notice that there are adamantine golems that you can see placed in the city. They're not moving. It doesn't seem like they're like actively doing anything, but they are there.
Yeah. As
They
we
were
are getting
quick.
off, I want to ask if I can leave some stuff here for the pirate crew to watch over, and I want to talk to the captain about potentially giving us passage back in exchange for some money.
Okay, yeah, you can go talk to her.
Cool. Captain, excuse me. I don't know how long we're going to be here. I don't know how long you're planning on being here, but If you could give us voyage off of this island when the time comes, I'm willing to pay, and I'm sure my compatriots here would also be willing. Also, while we're in town, do you think I can leave some stuff on your boat, as I don't think it's safe with these roadblocks around?
Yeah. If whenever you guys finish your business here, we're still in the harbor, come find us. And if we're going the same, like if wherever you're going is
course.
is on the way, or we're going to the same spot, sure, I don't see why we couldn't give you a ride.
Do you know about how long you're planning on being here, just for our reference? I don't want to get stuck here with everything going on.
Well, I'm gonna go over some stuff, see where where around we're trying to go.
Okay.
If they tell us to leave, there's another port on the south end of the island, so we'll probably just go down there.
Do you want to say that if I check this port and you're not here, then in the next 8 hours we meet at the port south
Oh,
as
it'll
like a
take you a lot
regrouping
longer to
point?
8 hours than 8 hours to get down there
Oh, I don't. I'm
on
not
foot.
familiar with the land. Okay,
Um,
I see.
but
Well, if you're
if
not
we
here,
have
we should
to,
head that way.
if we end up leaving before we've heard anything from you, then I'll have uh I'll have somebody send you a message so that way you know.
Yeah. If worst comes to worst and we find some trouble, because like I said, I'm going to leave some stuff on your boat. If for whatever reason you guys do need to make a hasty exit, I'll retrieve them at a later time. I'm sure they're safe with you guys. Worst comes to worst.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. You can leave your stuff here.
Yeah, I just go through and pull out like a couple of like the random weapons that I took from the tavern just to like lighten my load.
Okay.
So I have room for other stuff if I need it later. And then I just tell her that if worst comes to worst and we need your guys' help, I'll call into the trees for Wesley. And then I hand her some gold.
All right. Okay. You all arrive in Osterberg. Very beautiful, sort of like, it's not quite a city, not quite a town. Really pretty. It's distinct, like visually distinctly different from Vernport. It's a lot greener. There's a lot more nature here. It's less like sort of like manufactured pretty, right? A lot of the buildings seem to be like more traditionally made, right? It looks kind of like sort of like a mid-century British village type feel going on. And it's a walled city, so there's big stone walls that wrap around it.
As we're getting off the boat, I just want to stealth for safety purposes. The golems are not great.
It is broad daylight, so it's like even with
Yeah,
your modified 20, walking around it's going to be easier to be spotted, but
yeah. I just want to like not necessarily like I'm hiding in the shadows, but like take cover when I have the opportunities. Like I'm gonna walk behind like Cash so that people just don't see me because Cash is so fucking big.
yeah.
I'm just like I'm not taking any chances with the golems.
Okay.
So where to, everybody?
So we still have that chest, right? The lead line chest.
Yeah, I took it
It's
with us.
yeah, it
Great.
was on the boat. I
So
don't know if you want to carry it around.
That is a big heavy chest.
Yeah.
I will
Right.
carry it around.
I'll help you with carrying it. I would much rather have some of these finer things back in that chest, especially with current circumstances. So I'm gonna put my my magic sword and shield in the chest and like pull out my other non-magical sword and shield.
Okay.
I do not put my magical armor in the thing.
Okay.
In fact, I also have my magical weapon on me.
If they're not,
Actually,
So
yeah.
where are we headed, everybody?
If you guys want to follow me, we can go to my family home and
Yeah, we're not worried about we're gonna wake up these adamantium golems.
They don't seem to be doing anything right now.
I
And
was
last time
gonna
we saw
say,
them in this state, they didn't just spontaneously come to life. They killed guards, but they weren't moving other than that.
Okay.
Last time
Well,
and
worst
I
comes to
had my
worst.
magical item out in front of them last time when
We
they were
had
like this.
we had Cash's sword.
Yeah,
in
worst
front
comes
of
to
them.
worst. We do have pass without trace if we need it.
Yeah, if they start moving around looking for magic items, we'll figure it out. But as of now, my guess is they already swooped the area and they're not necessarily actively looking for anything anymore.
Or all right, well,
I mean,
lead
could
the
I just
way.
make an Arcana check to see if they're active at all?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. Damn it. So bad today.
I
I
mean,
make an Arcana check.
6.
I got a 15.
I got a 16.
Oh, my Arcana's bad today. Holy shit. But
they are. They're not like
They're on like
powered off,
standby.
but they're not doing anything, right?
yeah.
It seems more like they're guards who are standing watch than they are actively
There's-
trying to do something.
CCTV blocks.
Gotcha. Okay.
so
I say we don't like go and bother them, but let's make for Cash's home for now.
Fair
right, so
enough.
helmet on. I'm leading the way to Cash's family home.
Okay. You all
I'm
walk through Osterberg. Dustrad, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I'm just making note of the area as we walk by, taking the surroundings for the future.
All right. Go ahead and roll perception as you walk
Okay.
through town. Okay. You pick up on like the location of a couple spots that maybe you might want to check out. You see that there's a tavern with a sign over it that says Gaston's. You see that there's you like spot a shop kind of like as you walk through Astraberg off to the side, like you see it like down an alley. You see the has a sign on it that says Instrumental Instruments. You see a place called Cobbler Gobbler. Looks like it's like a little diner, sort of like cafe type thing. As you
Yes.
walk through, Mitt, you spot a building or like a shop that looks like it might have recently been broken into. Has a sign over it that says Harbwick's Magical Miscellany.
Makes sense.
And you see another shop as you walk through town that has a sign, like one of the like a little like standing sign out front, and it says Antique Boutique. You also spot that there are a dozen of these golems stationed at different points around the town.
I see. Can I like walk? Can I like peer into the window of the magic miscellany shop?
Yeah.
And can I see if it's just like stripped out or like anything's gone or if there's anything in there?
There's still stuff in there.
Is there anybody inside?
Yeah. There's a person in there, kind of like looks like they're cleaning up a little bit.
I want to ask them if they're open for business.
You
Or-
say it. Do you
or-
like? Go ahead.
I like give like a little knock on like the broken glass, like not hard enough to like break it off more, but enough to get their attention. Just like a
Yes.
Are you still in business? You sell magical items here?
Yes, we sell an assortment of different magical things. We are still in business despite the recent tomfoolery that has led to my shop being broken into,
Do you mind if I browse your wares?
I suppose.
Okay. I want to look around, and can you kind of give me like I would be looking for anything that's like relevant to like MIT or like my class, or like a general overview of things that may be useful. Do you want insight?
So like just like at a glance, you see that there's like different things that could be used for spell components. You see some like scrolls kind of like tucked away in there. You see
Mhm.
there's like a shelf that has some potions on it.
What do those potions do up there?
So we have a few healing potions, a few greater healing potions. There's a love potion, there's a potion of flying, there's a potion of speed.
How much is that potion of flying?
500 gold pieces.
Ooh, me doggy. It's a little too rich for my blood. I want to keep looking around at like what weapons he might have, if he
No
has any.
weapons.
Those okay. What about any like armor,
Nope.
gear? And then what kind of scrolls do you have over there, sir?
We have Long Strider, Grease, Find Familiar, Detect Magic, Detect Thoughts, Gentle Repose, Skylight, Tongues, Catnap, and Fire Shield.
And fire shield. Okay. This is great information. I will be back. My friends might be interested in some of this stuff.
Okay.
Anything any interesting things in town going on lately? What's up with the golems? Those big rock things over there. Did they break in?
Oh, those were gifted to us by Gregor Ergowit to be sort of silent sentinels, if you would, standing watch over the town.
So they are only do you know who broke into your what did the people that broke in take? Do you know? I'm sure you know, you have an inventory of your shop.
Yes, they stole some magical artifacts, rings, a filter, some scrolls, and a spell book.
Did you see them, or was it when you were closed, not on the premises? Did you come into your shop like this morning?
I came in here like this morning. I did not see them. The authorities have some leads, but it's probably some ragamuffin street rat over in the town behind on the other side of the wall.
Has your shop ever been broken into before here? This is an awfully nice neighborhood.
It is a nice neighborhood, yes. There have been a few robberies from the poors.
Let's see. Well, I would be careful. I don't want to say too much, but those golems are definitely not silent, and they have an affinity for magic artifacts. So anything that you deem of the utmost importance to you that is magic that you may keep in your shop, I would definitely find some lead to put it behind, and then I kind of just head out.
You head out of the shop, catch up with everybody else as they go through town.
Hey guys, I found a magic shop.
A magic shop that exists.
Yeah.
The shop that's magic.
Yeah, they
That's
sell.
badass.
They have scrolls. They have spell components. They had potions. He had a potion of flying for 500 gold pieces. Imagine if I could fly. That'd be massive. I'd be flying cat.
I mean, give it a bit of time and I could make it to where you could fly.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
as long as nobody drops me. It's like
flying
rub
is
my
all
knee.
well and good, but potions don't last forever.
Of course not, but you know, it's
Hey,
like
he's a cat. If he falls, if he falls out of the sky, he'll land on his feet.
I mean, like, I get the same enjoyment when I go to Tabaxi Land and ride the roller coasters back home. Like, I mean, I know that doesn't last forever, but it's exhilarating, and that's you got to chase one high or another.
About 500 gold's a bit steep.
I don't
Just
know.
to get the roller coaster experience.
one of these days.
Maybe one of these days. But yeah, if they have scrolls,
Let's
I might
rob
want
them.
to I might want to go back. No, they've already been robbed.
I
Um,
I
Then let's
definitely would
do.
like to go back to some shops. I saw there was a instrument shop back there.
we can probably do that
We could do it on the way
tomorrow.
out.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to be here tomorrow because our ride might leave.
Let's hurry on up, and I think we
Be-
should hurry on up to the Cash's family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna rob that guy later on.
Probably
I
should ask
think.
Cash, should we like hide our horns, hide our tails? What's the deal here?
Should be fine.
Okay, cool.
All right. You all walk through town and eventually come upon Fangboy and Batter.
I'm gonna take
How
my helmet
big
off
is
and
it?
knock on the door.
It's big old mansion.
Big old mansion.
It's
You're
not the
knocking on
biggest
the door of your
mansion,
own home.
Biggest mansion. Okay.
right? It's
Do
not
you
the
not have a
biggest,
key?
but it's nice.
Fancy.
I haven't been here in 6 years.
You don't have a key to your own house?
I can't just barge in.
Uh,
It's your.
okay.
Why not?
The door's not giving you the answer you like. You might as well just punch it down, right?
I feel like you would have your servants to here, wouldn't you, Cash?
You knock on the door. The door opens and you see Alvin at the door.
Hey, Alvin, it's been a few years.
Oh, Sir Fangblade, welcome home. It's been too long. I'm sure your mother will be very happy to see you.
Has been so long.
Come here, give me a hug. And you see, he kind of like comes up and hugs you. He's
Absolutely
like,
going for the hug.
look
Over
at
the
you.
over the armor.
You've grown up so big. I remember when you were just a little boy.
Does he pinch his cheeks?
No, he doesn't pinch his cheeks. He ruffles his hair a little bit.
That's fair.
It's like,
I already have helmet hair.
are these your friends?
Yes, they are. Do you mind if they come in as well?
Oh, of course.
Feel
Make yourselves at
comfortable
home.
asking that question?
You have to
Any-
ask
any
your servant
friends?
for permission to let your friends in.
Any friends of Kashel are more than welcome in the home. What brings you back? He's like, everybody kind of like walks inside and closes the door behind.
I think it's probably better if I explain that to everyone all at once. Could you gather up Balvin and Calvin, as well
Yes.
as my mother?
Your mother is in a meeting right now.
With
but-
who?
With Lord Urgwit.
Where?
Up in the chambers. Is something the matter?
Get her. Tell her it's urgent.
All right. In the meantime, I will fetch Balvin and Calvin.
No. Get her.
I,
Tell her it's urgent.
Okay. I will go do that. You see, like, turns around and goes to get her.
I'm grabbing my magic sword
Discord.
and shield.
Okay.
Like I'm opening that box up and I'm getting what I need.
Right. Anybody else?
Destrod's gonna be like, now's not the time. There's golems around us.
I sent you something on Discord, Mike.
I know. I saw.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Dustrod here.
What option do I have?
Do you think they're in danger?
I
After
mean,
what we just saw?
I, Fangblade is of the Isles. All I know is Urgot wanted to protect them, Cash.
No, I'm from the Isles. My family's from Phalazon.
But they live here.
Let's just approach this cautiously.
He's way stronger than us. Let's not lose track of that.
He pointed a finger and killed someone.
I'm well aware.
If we do anything hasty, it could end up worse here.
Trust me, I want to kill him just as much as anyone. But there has to be we have to do it at the right time.
I'm not going myself.
So everybody's waiting in the foyer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Few moments pass. Few more moments pass. Few more moments pass. And Alvin walks back into the room. Sort of like turns a corner up. Like there's like you're in the foyer. There's like a big staircase that leads up to a second floor, and then you see like a hallway, like sort of like landing thing. Up at the top of the staircase, the hallway. There's another hallway goes straight back. You see, coming out of the hallway, you see Alvin, the Lady Fangblade, and Lord Urgwit. You see Urgwit and Lady Fangblade are like having a conversation, kind of like laughing to themselves. Seems like, exchanging pleasantries and stuff, sort of saying goodbye to each other. Cash, your mother, looks down the stairs and sees you, and she's like, "My word!" She runs down the stairs and grabs you and pulls you and gives you a big hug. Looks back, she kisses you on the cheek. She's like, "Oh, my boy, look at you! Look at how big you've grown. Oh, it's been so long since I've seen you. You hardly write anymore."
I know. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's been at least a month. I'm saying that out of character.
look at you. Your father would be so proud to look at you. So, my boy. These are all of your friends, yes?
Yes, they are.
Oh,
Yes,
well,
it is.
they look like fine people.
I bow to Lady Fangblade. My knowledge of like the my aristocratic teachings, kind of try and be more refined in front of her. And that's Rod Rockbrew at your service, bard extraordinaire.
Oh, a musician. Ah,
A very
Well-
good one at that.
well, I'm sure he is. Are you all going to be here in town for long?
We have yet to decide on that. It's I I wanted to come say hi. I had the opportunity to leave Vernport, and I figured I would I would come visit. I'm not sure what everyone else's plans are, but I did want to come and see you.
Cash, go ahead and roll a perception check for me. Actually,
That's a 13.
anybody who wants to, as you're like talking with or like observing the conversation with Cash and his mom, can go ahead
Is
and
Lord
roll
Urget
perception.
still up there?
Nat 20.
Yes, he is.
12.
Nat 20.
8. These
17.
rolls are awful today.
Okay. Cash, Mitt, and Dustrod, you notice an engagement ring on her finger.
Oh shit.
Oh,
You see Urgwit walks down the stairs. looks at all of you. Go ahead.
As he walks down the stairs and looks at his dust rod, smiles greatly and gives a big
I'm
bow
back.
to Lord Urget and is like, and tells him, "What a fine lord you are, Lord Urget. Ah,
What's happening?
I would love to one day serenade you with my music, and any time you need my services."
He looks over at you as you say that. He's like, yes, certainly. I don't see why we couldn't have something arranged.
As it would be excellent, my lord.
Of course.
My Lord Urgot, what brings you to my home?
Oh, of course. I was just having a conversation with your mother about some business that we have had. So we were going over that, and of course, I wanted to give her my congratulations on her recent engagement. But yes, I was just on my way out. I have many things to do. As much as I would love to stay and talk with your mother all day, sadly, other matters do call, as it were.
By your leave, then.
Of course. You see, well, let me see here. Roll. Okay. As he goes to walk past, he stops next to you, Kashel, and that's a fine looking sword that you have there. Where did you find it?
Arsen steps up and he's like, "It was a gift from me."
Well, that's quite a
Technically
lovely
the
gift.
truth.
I'm sure that you must be very good friends then.
Of course, we're best friends. The closest, you could say.
That's good. It's good to have strong bonds like that in any traveling group.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever have a traveling group?
No, I can't say that I have.
Hmm.
There was a time once, long ago, when I had someone. But that's a story
Like
for another time,
someone
I'm sure.
like romantically?
I would
And
like to
Arsen
think
like
so.
wiggles his eyebrows.
I would like to think so, but unfortunately they were taken from me, so.
Insight check.
Yeah, go ahead.
That is, surprisingly 19.
He's telling the truth. You don't
Okay.
like notice any deceit in what he's saying.
Hmm. Okay.
You see as he continues to walk to the door, Alvin runs like kind of around your group to like get to the door first and opens the door for him. You hear Gregor be like, "I can show myself out. You don't have to go through so much trouble. You already work hard enough." And Alvin's like, "Oh, please, it's fine. Honestly, it's my job. It's what I'm here for." And he's like, "All right. Well, you all have a lovely day. It was a pleasure to meet you, Kashel. And I look forward to your continued excellent service. If what the commander says is to be believed, you have a good head on your shoulders. We need more people like you who do the right thing."
Mick kind of just snickers.
Arsen elbows Mitt in the
Thank you very
gut.
much. Thank you very much, sir. I strive to do my best.
That's all anyone can do, isn't it? Well, I bid you all adieu. Until next time.
Yes, until next time.
And he walks out.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah, I want to follow him.
Uh,
I'm gonna roll
What?
stealth.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
That was scary.
Sorry, I only mentally checked in just now, guys. Holy shit.
Could not have picked a better time. You bailed me the fuck out.
Oh, yeah, also Mitt made a hero's landing off the crow's nest, and I tossed a heal at him as he was falling, so it was like this nice radiant magic surrounding him as he landed as a hero. So it's pretty cool.
Aww.
Arsen miss. No, never mind.
Discord.
Yeah. Anyway, Arsen's just gonna like fucking like dust off his hands and like shrug his shoulders and then look at Cash's mom and be like, "Aren't you the most beautiful lady I've seen to date? Hello." And give his greeting.
You see, she blushes a little bit, and she's like, "Ah, you're too kind to an
He
old woman like me."
takes her hand, gives it a little smooch on the back, and it's just like, "Well, it's my pleasure to have met you."
As you take her hand, you notice an engagement ring on her hand.
Hmm. Arsen smiles a little and he's like, "Aw, it seems that you've been taken. Hmm."
Well, soon to be. I am quite smitten. There are plans in order for a ceremony to occur, but
Weddings are always so much fun.
yes, they can be. It's quite a lot of work, but I do have I do
Mother,
have quite.
who is it?
Hmm?
Who is it? Who are you engaged to?
Oh, just the most lovely young man. Honestly, I really do feel like you two would get along. His name is Reginald. I met him some time ago. Uh, we went on a few dates and we got to talking, and he really is quite lovely.
You never wrote me about.
Well, I didn't want to tell you about it unless it became something serious, and then I hadn't heard from you, and things got away from me. I am sorry, but I did. Invitations haven't gone out yet, but there is an invitation for you to the wedding if you would like to come. Of course, I would love for you to be there.
Can
I-
we come? I've never seen a wedding, but
If you
I
would
don't
like,
know if I'll be able to make it.
well, if you can, I would love for you to walk me down the aisle.
Would you need any
Aw.
musicians?
It would be
Arsen literally just goes, "Aw."
it would be
I-
my honor to have you play at my wedding.
I would greatly. I would play for all day for you.
Arsen just kind of like smiles and he's like, "Are you thinking in the warm months or early winter, maybe spring?"
Well, the wedding is to be held in 6 days.
Oh, we can
6
totally
days.
make it. We're here
Mother,
already.
don't you think this is rushing it a little bit?
Well,
Well,
your
we have
mother
been
did
seeing
say
each
that
other
she had
for
been courting for a while.
it's been months.
Months. I've seen people marry for less.
What a father.
Sweetie, it's been years.
What does Reginald do? Where's he from?
Well, Reginald is from Bledth, it's one of a small country in the mainland, where he was a merchant before coming to the islands. Right now, he's sort of working as a pseudo information gatherer, I suppose. He's
An
down in
informant?
no, investigator, I think might be a better word for it. He's down in Arisburg, looking over some Arisfall, looking into some recent disappearances that have been reported there.
Hmm.
He should be back relatively soon. I didn't expect for him to be back, to be gone so long, but I also didn't expect that you would be arriving. Otherwise, I would have told him to stay here, so that way you two could meet.
I mean, I would love to meet him. I
Um,
have so many questions, as well as well, I might have some work for him.
Can
Yeah,
I roll?
of course.
Can I roll investigation on the just in my general like vicinity and look around?
What are you looking for?
I just want to like look to see like family photos, any trinkets, just like general anything interesting. Maybe photos of this dude.
Give me perception.
Oh, perception.
In order to investigate, you got to rifle through stuff.
Oh, 18.
Yeah, you see, there's some like family portraits on the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a well decorated home.
Mm-hmm.
You are still in the foyer, so like it's kind of like a big, like largely empty room.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's ornate, but it still has like it's like tasteful, a little on the modest side for how large the building is.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Um, you uh you also notice the three retainers in the room: Alvin, Balvin, and Calvin. As you just kind of
Okay.
glance around.
Hmm. And in looking at Cash's mom, can I kind of get like a vibe on her? Like, I don't know. Not saying that she's bad or anything, but I just want to I just want to see how she seems to be feeling in this moment. Can I get like any moods or like, can I,
I mean, passive insight.
yeah.
She seems to be really happy to see her son again after so long.
Okay.
You can tell that she is like she seems to be in love, right? Like you can kind of
Oh,
like you get
mm-hmm.
that feeling off of her.
I
But
get the
mostly
vibe.
right
Mhm.
now, she's like happy, like kind of sad, but like in a happy way. That
Yeah.
to see your kid.
Okay. Um,
So, Mother, what was Lord Urquhart doing here?
Oh, well, other than wanting to congratulate me on the engagement, he came to speak with me about his golem inventions. Uh,
What did he tell you about them?
oh, mostly just that they were finished.
are you guys friends?
Um, Acquaintances, I suppose, would be more accurate.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess you have some sort of not quite not necessarily professional, but like you're both, you know, I mean, he's the lord of the islands, and you're part of the nobility, so there's this link that's there.
Well, I mean, for him to come
Yeah.
all the way over here to tell you that his inventions were finished, he must have been excited to tell you.
Well, I did help fund them, so
Hmm.
Oh, that might explain.
yeah. I did have some stake in it, as it were.
Um, have there been any offers that he's made to you as a result of like for funding these golems?
Oh, I mean, I do suppose, in a way, yes. He perhaps we should speak on this in private, uh, as it does concern your father.
Okay.
Uh, with
Um,
that, Dusrod looks at Cass and says, "Well, if we're gonna take this in private, I think I would like to. I'll be headed out to the town."
All right. Feel free to come back. We should have rooms ready for everyone. Mother, do we still have those rooms open?
of course, yes. Your friends are more than welcome to stay here for as long as you're in town. Anytime that you're in town, you are more than welcome to stay here. Any friend of Kashel's is welcome.
Thank you. Calvin, if you wouldn't mind showing everyone to their own rooms after they return.
Calvin, have the new girl do it. She can she should learn the layout of the house if she's going to be working here. And you see Calvin's like, of course, madam. And he goes off and he fetches an automaton.
Okay, can I look really intensely at her?
Yeah, do you want to just like stare into her
Stare at the
soul?
automaton.
I mean, I don't necessarily want to like try to strike a conversation in front of everyone. But I want to like see for my own eyes how she moves. Like, does she seem to like what her face is like? Also, like I kind of want to compare that to mine, and I'd also like to check if she seems to be animated by as a spell or something else.
Okay. Just with your passive stats, you can tell the way that she moves isn't perfectly human, right? Like there is this like uncanny sort of effect to it. Like you can see where like during like a step where like it kind of seems like she locks, but only for like a fraction of a second before continuing to move again, but it's just enough to make it a little unsettling. She is wearing clothes. She's dressed up sort of like a maid. She has like a human face, but is still metallic. So like you can tell that like by the way that the light reflects her face, that like she's not like painted or anything. And like the light sort of like refracts off of her in the same way that it would polished metal. She doesn't like blink. She doesn't have any like facial expressions when she like moves or like looks around at something. Like there isn't like any like movement to like skin that would be there. But like if you were to look at like just a silhouette, it would be basically indistinguishable from a person's.
All right. So I'm gonna remember that she's in the house, but I'm not gonna try to talk to her just randomly like that in front of everyone.
Okay. You see Calvin sort of like shadows her as she approaches the group.
Arsen, real quick. If at the magic store, if you wouldn't mind going and seeing if there's anything that might be useful for me as well, something maybe to keep me alive a little bit longer. Not any healing potions. Here, hand Arsen 600 gold.
You say that, and your mother's like, "Keep you alive a little bit longer. Is something wrong? Are you sick?" She like grabs you and like puts the back of her hand on your forehead.
Arsen takes the gold and then looks at Cash's mom. No, he's just very clumsy. I think that he just wants to make sure. No, it's been ridiculous. He's fallen. I've fallen on him. I've had to drag him upstairs drunk. He's a mess, truly. But we've grown fond of him.
Well, please do
Don't
keep
worry, if he
taking
gets
care of him.
sick, he's in my capable hands, ma'am. I'm gonna follow Arsen out, by the way.
Arsen's like so tiny. He's like, don't worry, Cash is in my capable hands. I can totally like, I got this. Don't worry.
I didn't even say that I was any kind of healer. I was just like, if he gets sick, he's fine.
Yeah.
The
two tiefling.
She looks at the both of you, and she looks at Kashel, and she has a different impression.
Arsen winks at her.
You hear the maid speaks up, and she's like, "Will I not be taking you to your rooms then?"
Later, dear. For me, I'm just going shopping.
Sarah's
Understood.
already gone.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd like to see my room.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
uh,
I'd also like to see my room.
So
Very well.
before Arsen bounces, he's going to high five Kivara, finger gun at Lena, throw a wink at Cash, and then give a
Cash blushes.
bow to Cash's mom, and then zip out.
All right.
Yeah.
The maid speaks up and she's like, "Very well, right this way," and she escorts you up the stairs, down a hall, and into like down to some bedrooms. I have been instructed that each of you will have your own rooms. You may come and go as you please. Should you arrive late at night, I will be awake to bring you back to your rooms. And if there is anything that you should need, please give me a call. And you see that she like looks at Calvin and to like see, like in a way that's like, did I do it good? Did I do it right? Is that what I'm supposed to do? And Calvin kind of like gives a nod.
All right, so I'm burning to like ask her questions, but Calvin is there, and I don't want to look weird. So but okay, so she says that if we come back late, she's gonna be there to help us. So that works. All right.
Mint, you've snuck off out of the room already, following Ergwit.
Mhm.
You see him as he like walks outside and like turns and says goodbye. He begins to walk down down away from the building.
Yeah. As he walks, I'm just going to walk next to him. I'm literally going to walk up behind him and just walk next to him until he notices my presence.
As soon as you start to approach, you hear him address you. He's like, "If you're going to sneak up on me, you might want to be a little sneakier."
Who's trying to be sneaky? Do you not recognize me? If I didn't want you to see me, you wouldn't.
Oh, right. You're that bounty hunter that I hired to look into the thing.
I arrived on your island. The liaison you were supposed to send to meet me at the port wasn't there, and now I've wasted a month here.
Well, you also never gave me any information, so there is that. But
I
you did
how
make
am I
the trip.
supposed
You did make the trip, and I will compensate you for that. He like goes. He goes to like grab for like reach into his pocket. He's like, is something wrong?
you know what? Keep it for now, but I'm here already. I know there's a lot going on. I saw your speech in Wernport, and might I say it was majestic. I like your animatronics. I don't know what are they made out of? They're phenomenal.
They're made of adamantine.
Is that a naturally occurring resource on Wernport?
It is a naturally occurring resource, yes.
Anyways, regardless, good show, but I'm here now. Do you have work for me? I didn't come all the way out here to do nothing. I've been palling around with the boy and the others you saw inside.
Uh, well, I have some people looking into another matter for me. If you would like to join them on that.
Did I meet you back in Wernport?
No, that won't be necessary. I will have. What are you doing tonight?
I'm no plans yet. I'm unsure.
No plans. I see. Um,
I also have one other question. How do I avoid? So like I said, I was at your show. How do I avoid getting attacked by your adamantium golems? As
The
I don't know if it was a mistake, but one came after me, and I'm here on business on your behalf.
the golems only act if I want them to.
Okay, well, can you put me on the okay to hang out list, because one of them grapple armed me. It was phenomenal, by the way, great craftsmanship, but he grapple armed me and grabbed me. I was lucky to get away. I was scared for my life. They're doing their job, you know. But I don't want that to happen in the future. I don't want any misunderstandings.
Were you carrying any powerful magical artifacts with you?
Not that I'm aware of. I only keep my bow and my arrow. I don't know what they would be looking for on me, but I did not have it.
As you start talking to him, you see. Actually, give me perception. No, your passive perception's high.
Okay. 25 either
Oh,
way.
yeah.
Okay.
You see that his gaze kind of locks on the bracelet that you're wearing.
He can see it through like my cloak.
It looks like he can. He's staring where
Just
it
like
would
straight
be.
at my wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Well-
not that I know of anyways.
Where did you? Never mind.
Oh.
There's a tavern in town. Gaston's, I think, is the name.
Mhm.
I will have them. I'll have these other people that are working for me meet you there. Say around sundown.
Okay. And
Okay.
anything, let me ask you too. Can your golems not attack me, because I am a bounty hunter? You did hire me, and I may or may not in the future have magical items. Those are a part of my job. They're skills of my trade. It makes sense that they would not come after me if I'm working on your behalf. It would hinder my job. I'm happy to share with you if I do come across any that you might be interested in, but I don't want to be snatched by your phenomenal creations here.
I'll think about it. If you prove yourself useful, then maybe.
Of course, of course. Anyways, it was great to finally speak with you again. Congratulations on your achievements here, and I'll be at the tavern tonight. Who
Okay.
am I looking for? Or will they know me?
They'll know you.
Okay, wonderful. Anyways, have a safe day.
He gives you a nod and continues on his way.
I walk back into the house.
You walk in as Dustrod walks out.
Yeah.
Would you also want to get shown to your room, or do you head back out as everybody is leaving to go shopping?
I will probably go back in and drop some of more of the stuff off that I had in the handy haversack in case anybody wants to like check it out, and then I'm gonna head back out.
Okay. So at this point, everybody's been shown to their rooms. And Kashel is staying behind to speak with his mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody, like, once everyone else is out, she walks with you to her bedroom, and Balvin kind of closes the door behind you both. She's like, so some time ago, I had a meeting with Gregor, where he approached me asking me to help fund his research projects to make these soldiers. I suppose that he came to me because you had joined his service to become a knight. So, of course, he had heard about your father when that happened. And admittedly was reluctant at first, but I was worried for you going off, become a knight, and I don't know if I could stand to lose you, not after your father.
Right.
So I agreed to help fund his scientific endeavors on the grounds that he would use his resources to look into the truth of the matter of what happened with Thaddeus. And
Has there been any result on that?
there has. His ship was boarded by. His ship was attacked at sea. And that's why your father's not here. Not
Yeah. Do we know who
Weissengrad.
attacked?
From what he was able to find out, it was a Weissengrad ship that attacked his. There were mercenaries on board as well. I don't know why, what they were looking for, but it seems as though your father got caught in a separate conflict and was something of a bystander in all of it.
But there was no body found, right?
No, he's still missing. But it's been so long that if well, truth be told, I don't want to think about it.
I understand.
I do hope that answers your questions as to why I was working with Gregor.
It does. Mother, there may be news that comes out of Vernegald about the events at the announcement that he made. It may be startling. It may be appalling. I All I ask is that you keep doing what you've been doing for your own sake.
I'm talking about the war.
How much do you know about what happened there?
He told me.
What did he tell you?
Revealed the golems. He declared war. And he sent a message to the other nations, one that I don't agree with the methodology of.
Do you know how he sent that message?
Yes, I do.
And yet you still invited him into our home? You allowed him to be here. Mother, what were you thinking?
Kashel, one of those people is responsible for your father's death. One of those countries decided to attack a ship, and your father is dead because of it. They came into neutral waters and attacked for seemingly no reason, and you had to finish growing up without your father. How many other people do you think have lost their family members because of some other people and their stupid petty problems?
How many other people are going to lose their families because of the funding of these adamantine golems, because of the war that has just been declared? Mother, you raised me better than this.
Kashel, you will not raise your voice to me.
I will raise my voice to you.
Kashel, I understand that you are upset. I do. But just as you must do what you think is right, I must do what I think is right. Now, I do not agree with what he did. However, I do think that I believe in his ideal that there can be a day where no mother has to lose their son to a war that isn't theirs. And one day, if you have children, I feel as though you will understand what I mean.
Don't believe that life should be taken to set things at even. At this point, it's far beyond that, and the conflict that's going to arise from this will absolutely affect you. It'll affect Alvin, Balvin, and Calvin. It will affect all of the islands and all of the innocent people that live here. I'm going to do what I can to try and ensure this war comes to a swift end with minimal loss. Whatever I must do to make that happen.
Just please be safe. I couldn't bear it if I lost you too. Okay? Promise me that you will be safe.
I will do everything I can to ensure that I can create a resolution to this. I can't say that the methods will be the safest, but I have to set things right.
Okay.
One of the people that's with me today lost family. Just a few hours ago. And I can't stand by and let that loss be for nothing.
Get that from your father. Along with his foolhardiness and stubbornness. So I know that I can't do anything to stop you from doing what you think is right. So I won't try. Just take care of yourself, okay?
I
And
will.
if you ever need anything, you know that you can count on me.
Yes, Mother.
You see, she grabs you and pulls you in. hugs you. She's like,
Oh, I should mention, in the
Hmm?
last week, I may have nearly died twice.
"What do you mean you may have nearly died twice?"
I, I, I may have been paralyzed by a ghoul and was knocked unconscious. And then I tried reading a book, and I I don't remember anything after that. All I remember is both times waking up to see Arsen, the tiefling that kissed your hand.
Insight check. And she looks at you and she smiles. "He seems like a very good boy. It's good that you have a friend who takes care of you."
If nothing else, I know I can count on him.
It's good. Would that I could lock you in a box and know that you were safe.
That may have also happened while I was in. I probably left that out of some letters. I, I, when I left, I did not expect.
Enough. Stop it. I don't want to hear any more about how you've almost died.
Oh,
If it
it wouldn't
happens
have been
again,
almost.
don't let it happen again, okay?
I
Your
will do
father trained
everything
you.
in my power.
Your
to
father
avoid-
trained you better than that. You'll be fine. Trust your friends to take care of you and take care of them. And if anybody tries to hurt my sweet boy, I'll kill them myself.
I know you will.
Now go. Be with your friends. Will you be back in time for dinner tonight?
I should be, yes.
Okay, go. Go play with your friends.
I give her a kiss on the cheek and I go out to the magic shop.
All right.
Magic shop, magic shop, magic shop.
So everybody's at the magic shop.
Yeah, Arsen's just like on the way there is
I'm not at the
counting the
magic
gold.
shop.
Oh yeah,
you're going
yeah.
to
Arsen
you're
bumped
looking for
into.
instruments.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw the sign.
All right. So we have.
I'm not at the magic shop because I went to check my room, but I'd like to go back to town after. But I'm late, so I'm not there.
Yeah,
I'm
I
at
went
the
to
magic
check on my
shop.
room and I'm just like actually kind of feeling sick and barfing everywhere.
Dealing with all the stress.
Yeah, stress.
I'm at the magic shop.
I believe. Yeah, Arsen would get to the magic shop first, and then Mitt and Lena would show up a little bit later.
I'm not going to the magic shop.
Oh, you're not
I'm
going back?
Yeah, Mitt doesn't.
No,
Oh,
no, I already
Okay.
went.
Candy shop.
That's
I
fair.
can't afford anything there on my current. Wait, did he didn't give me money? Did he?
Yeah, he did.
How much did he give me?
150.
150. Okay.
My guy gave me 600.
Yeah, you'd think the Lord of the Island give me a
I
little
mean, you
more
also
than that.
didn't. You also never gave him any
Yeah,
info.
yeah.
There was
He
no.
also
There was
he
no
also
info
never
drop.
sent his he also never sent his courier to get me. There's a lot going on here.
If he told
No,
you to
I'm
go,
actually
he told you to go
I'm
to the tavern.
No,
yeah,
before.
tonight. When
Well,
I
yeah.
first got to Wormport, like my original, like our landing, there was supposed to be someone there to meet me. No, well, they're going to the magic shop. It's kind of just gonna poke around town,
Okay.
see if we missed any
Magic
cool
shop.
shops or anything.
All right, Arsen.
Yes.
You show up to the magic shop. You can see
Okay, okay.
the guy that's working there is still kind of cleaning up. One of the windows is broken.
Mm-hmm.
as you approach, he's like sweeping some stuff up.
Can I clean the broken glass with my little magic? With my prestidigitation?
Let me see something real quick.
Okay.
Uh,
Clean or
You can clean
yeah.
clothes, but I don't know if you can.
You can instantaneously clean or soil an object no larger than a 1 cubic foot.
So you like. Nah, I feel like you can't make the glass on the floor disappear, but you can like clean up. There's like filth, like general like other things that are kind of part of the aftermath of a break-in.
Mm-hmm.
That you
I'll
could.
help clean up a little as I walk in.
Okay. Oh, this is very much all right. You don't have
Oh,
to.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Seems like you've had a rough time.
Yes, I suppose. There's been a series
What?
of break-ins in the area.
Ooh. Did they get anything good?
Well, yes, I suppose.
Hmm.
Given really anything that they would take would be a travesty, but hopefully the authorities can get whoever did this. Probably some no good street rat from Shadowglade coming in to steal again.
Ah, yes, the no good street rats.
Yes, dirty paws. Anyway, what can I do
Dirty.
for you?
Well, I'm here with a big fat bag of money, and I'm here to buy some magical items if you have anything left from the robberies, that is.
Yes, we have some items still.
Mm-hmm.
What specifically are you looking for?
Well, my dear friend, he's a lord here, wanted a special little healing trinket or something, I think, that he could wear to make himself not die as often as he seems to be. And I just want to see what magical items you have.
We don't have anything that could help your friend not die. I
Oh,
suppose
that's
you
a
should
shame.
just try and be more careful.
He is a klutz, those fang blades.
As far as magical items,
Mm-hmm.
much of our stock has been cleared out. However, we do still have a ring of swimming, if that would be interesting to you.
What you got?
A ring of swimming? I did just say that.
Oh, sorry. I was, you see, I couldn't really hear you too well. You're kind of mumbling a little bit. Can you speak up a little bit louder?
Yes. We have a magic ring.
Mm-hmm. That makes you swim. Okay, anything else?
Yes. As far as items are concerned, no.
Hmm.
We do have some scrolls, some magical item
Okay.
components, some
What
potions.
scroll? How much are your healing potions?
50 gold for a potion of healing, 100 gold for a potion of greater healing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I think that I might stick around here for a moment. I might have company coming and peruse your shelving. Do tell me, you were speaking of the neighboring village, correct? The little city off the bend. Why do you think it was one of the locals from over there that ran into your shop?
Oh, no, that's just what the authorities said.
Oh,
Wouldn't surprise me, though. Why would anybody here want to steal from us? Especially with the
right.
golems there. It seems unwise, but...
But those street rats would, huh? Interesting. I'm from around this area, actually. I grew up
Sure
native to this island.
I don't need to hear your life story.
No, but I
Lena,
will tell
you
you
walk
one
in.
thing. Arsen, how tall is this guy?
He's like a relatively average height, like older gentleman. Has like a vest with a pocket watch, big mustache.
Okay, well, Arsen's gonna look up at this guy and put his little hand on his hip, and he's gonna be like, you know, it's not very attractive to be as what's the word I'm looking for? As much as a dick as you are to people you don't even know. It could be anybody who stole from your shop. You see, me who came in here to help you clean up your mess without even being asked. I'm from that neighboring village, actually.
Yes, and you look like a thief.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take that. And you look like you're about to like pass out in like what, 2 seconds? Can you speak up any louder? Why do you sound like you're out of breath?
This is just how I talk.
Well, it's annoying.
Well, when you get to be my age, you lose all of your youthful energy.
You're right. So you're old and you're
Enjoy it while you
mean.
can, young man. Enjoy it while you can.
Arsen's can I roll persuasion to see not persuasion, perception to see like what exactly is out in the shop in the open?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lena, as you walk into the shop,
Damn.
I
the
was following
shopkeep.
behind Lena, by the way.
I'm just
Okay.
mad. I'm just mad. I
As
can't
the
see
two of
anything.
you walk into the shop, you see him. It's like, oh yes, welcome, young ladies. What can I do for you?
Heard there were scrolls here. Really interested in that.
Yes, we do have some scrolls. What do you think that you're looking for?
I'm not looking for anything. Yeah, I'm not looking for anything specific. I'm, I just want to browse. If you could point me in the right direction.
Yes, of course. Right over there. You see, like, raises
you.
up a shaky hand and points over into the far corner of the room. There's like
Perfect. Well,
like little box shelves with some scrolls in them.
I'm going there and I'm gonna start checking the scrolls.
Arsen is gonna walk over to Kivara and hand her 50 of his own gold and say, "Can you pick me up a healing potion?" And then he's just gonna walk out.
Okay.
All right.
And he's gonna walk back towards where Cash's place is, I guess. He's not in a good mood.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Lena, you look over at through the scrolls. There's a scroll of Longstrider, Grease, Find Familiar, Detect Magic, Detect Thoughts, Gentle Repose, Skywrite, Tongues, Catnap, and Fire Shield.
Oh boy, that's a lot of scrolls. What level is Detect Magic?
Detect Magic is a first level spell that can be ritual cast.
All right. That sounds like something that would be useful to have. Yeah, so I'm gonna grab the Detect Magic scroll and just like from the corner ask the shopkeep, how much for this one?
He like squints at it and it's like, yes, 50 gold.
50 gold. I never got any money.
I just walked
Okay.
out with 600 gold, I'm sorry.
You just walked off with 600 gold.
Yep.
I mean,
Not
do
my
you really-
gold, but
Yeah, I have your gold. I was like, do you really need a healing potion? I could just.
oh yeah, you just have 50 gold. You can get Arsen something nice if you want. He's in a bad mood.
And,
Like
Find a
give him like a
bakery
hair
later
bow.
and pick you up some pretzels. It's okay.
Okay. Okay, that I paid for.
Yeah.
Mike, while
So,
this is happening, just as an aside, I'm going to book a room at the tavern.
Okay.
Yeah, a level 1 spell's pretty much the cheapest it's gonna get. So I'm just gonna turn towards Kivaru, who's there, and just shout, "Do you have 17 gold pieces you can lend me?"
I believe so. Yeah, let me see. I'm just digging around in my coin purse.
Anything for you, Lena.
Yeah, anything for you.
I mean, a wizard with detect magic is probably pretty helpful because they don't need it prepared in order to ritual cast it.
Yep,
Yeah,
which is why I want it.
maybe then I can put something else on my thing.
I only have 10 gold.
Oh,
I don't get paid.
Hmm.
I didn't get paid from finding you guys.
Yeah, and I didn't get paid for anything.
you have a feeling that if you gave some of the gold Arsen gave you to Lena, he wouldn't be mad.
All right. Okay, so don't tell Arsen. I'm just gonna give you some of this, and then
All right. So I'm gonna grab the 17 extra gold, which brings me to 50, and then I'm gonna spend the entire 50 to get the scroll.
Okay.
I am now literally broke.
I mean, literally broke. You would be broken.
Yes, I am broken. I'm fueled by gold. No, I'm just at exactly 0 gold, and I don't have any other currencies. So, yeah, I hope I don't have to buy anything else tonight.
At least not before
And
you run into everybody else.
yeah, and I'm gonna add the or I don't know if you want to do it. The scroll of uh well, I
You,
can't find it.
you can just
So,
make a note of it.
all right.
And then, like, when you have a minute later on, you can copy that into your book.
I have a scroll of detect magic. There we go. Yeah, so that's I'm gonna thank the shopkeeper. And I'm
Can you
gonna
tell him
leave.
to eat a dick?
I have I have no idea that
It's
anything
okay.
happened between you two.
I know. In my
Um
head, that's what I want. No.
so yes, I'm gonna thank the shopkeeper. I'm not gonna spend any more time here because I literally don't have any more money to spend.
Fair.
And is there a library in the city?
um, yeah, I'm gonna ask the shopkeeper if there's a library for Lena.
Um,
I mean, yeah, like if I don't know if there's one, I'm gonna ask the shopkeeper because he's the
you ask him, he's like,
inhabitant here.
uh, yes, but it uh, is closed down for right now as the,
Oh, any reason?
yes, the people who run it are out of town.
Oh, do you know when they're going to come back?
No.
All right then. Well, looks like we're gonna be here for a few days, so I'll keep an eye out. Could you
Well,
tell me where it is so I can, make just go check from time to time?
Yes, of course. It's over on the west side of town,
Perfect.
next to a small chapel. Can't miss it.
Thank you very much.
Yes, of course.
And with the library being off limit as of now, I'm going to head back to the Fangblade Manor.
all right. And I'm gonna split off and look for a bakery.
Okay.
Time for more pretzels.
You walk out, look around a little bit, and you do see that there's a sort of like diner uh, called the Cobbler Gobbler.
Gobbler, gobbler. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna head over there because Arsen seemed angry, so I'm gonna pick up like a little cake or something.
Okay. You walk over. There's some people sort of like eating in on like a patio area. You walk inside, and there's some like tables and stuff. It's a small, like kind of cozy diner. Uh, everything that you see everyone eating is like some form of dessert. Like little
Right.
like cakes and pies and cobblers and stuff.
Do they have like the mini like hand muffins? Really mini muffins that you would find in like a container at a supermarket?
Yeah, they have muffins.
Ah, sweet. I'm just gonna buy a ton of those assorted flavors
Okay.
and then head back to the manor, I guess.
All right. Dustrod, you go over to the instrument store, instrumental
Alright.
instruments.
I walk in. What do I see?
You walk in. There's uh, a halfling gentleman, sort of like picking up some stuff that's been knocked over. They also were broken into.
I see.
Some of the instruments are damaged, so he's like, putting those in a pile to be repaired and things like that. You walk in, he looks over and he's like, yeah, what can I, is there something that I can help you with?
Deshaun eyes the pile of instruments. I see that you've had some troubles recently.
Yeah, there's been a string of break-ins over the last couple of days. So
Well, that's a shame. Someone would break such fine instruments.
it really is, quite tragic, but it's nothing that we can't fix. So
Indeed. Where are my manners? Let me introduce myself. Destrad whips out his guitar. There's little florist. Destrad Rockroot, Bard Extraordinaire. At your service. May I have your name?
Ingvald,
Inglode.
Ingvald.
Ingfold. Okay.
Yeah, my friends call me Ingy if that's easier for you. I'm not quite partial to it, but I mean I don't mind so much.
Ing. You can call me Strings if you want.
Okay.
Just a little nickname I have. Uh, as you can tell, been I like to I'm a bard and just came into town and wanted to check on your wares.
Cool. Yeah.
Just
Yeah, feel free to take a look around. If there's anything
hmm.
that interests you, let me know.
Yes. Before I do, may I ask, do you know if they stole anything with the break-in?
There were a couple of instruments that were taken. Yes.
It's kind of strange for them still instruments. Wouldn't it not? Was there anything special about them? Maybe they were fine editions, maybe held by maestros at one point at a time.
I suppose it could be. That could be the case. I
I
don't
see.
presume to understand why somebody would rob us, but it is what it is.
I wouldn't understand either. The only reason I would ever think of stealing instruments would be if they had some special quality to them. Maybe they were magical or in some case, but those are rare and far few between. In any case, such a shame. Uh, would you have any harps by chance?
Yes, we have a harp.
May I take a look at it?
Of course, that's over in the corner over there.
Alright. Desrod goes over to it, and takes a look. And, can I just roll what would I roll to check out all the wares in general? Uh, Perception, I guess?
Yeah. Or like if you want to like more thoroughly like look through everything, you could do investigation.
I mean, it doesn't matter one way. I guess we'll try investigation. Ooh, that's terrible. That didn't even roll for me. Okay. It literally slid across my board.
I mean like everything's out on display.
Okay.
So,
Mm.
but yeah, you walk over to the corner. There is a harp. It's big though. It's like like a large, like ornately carved instrument.
Would you mind if I try it out?
Of course. Go ahead.
All right. Can I roll performance?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll that dice. Pretty good.
Alright.
Hey, you start playing the harp. It's good.
Alright.
You do a good job.
It's good.
The shopkeeper seems impressed.
How much? Whatever instruments does he have? Does he have just like pretty much anything?
More or less, yeah.
Alright. Desrat takes another look around. If you have any, as I was in the market for a harp or a lyre, but if you don't mind, would you be open tomorrow?
Of course, yeah. And unless we get robbed again and they take everything, we'll still be open.
Mm. Yeah, that would be quite unfortunate. I am staying at the Fangblade Manor myself, in company of a Fangblade. But
Okay, I
I'll
don't
be
see what
over.
that information does for me, but congratulations.
I'll be over tomorrow to see if I can. I would like to buy an instrument.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow then. If there's any in
Yes.
particular that you're interested in, I can hold on to it for until tomorrow for you.
That's right. Looks a liar if you can, please.
All right, we can do that.
I appreciate it. It was a pleasure to meet you. I hope you can get everything repaired and back up in business.
Me too.
Desrod tips his head and walks out.
He gives you a nod as you depart. Mitt,
Right.
you walk into Gaston's tavern.
Hmm.
It is. It's like it's not a very big place, right?
Yeah.
And like the atmosphere in there is a lot more like more what you're used to when you like go to a tavern.
Not really
Right.
like super up and lively like a musical place like Rimport, but more like a low key like this might be where you could find some shady characters if you needed to, but still like has a level of elegance.
Yeah.
It's like a big Italian man sitting in the back of a spaghetti restaurant, like he's the mafia boss. I'm like, that's what I imagine at least.
Yeah, like you know that he's the mafia boss, but he's not actively breaking anybody's kneecaps.
Right.
Yeah.
Do I see anybody as I like enter?
Place is packed.
Place packed. Okay.
Yeah.
So Mitt would probably go in and kind of just give like a look around, see if I see anybody I recognize. And if not, then I will go up to the barkeep and ask if I can book a room for the night.
You walk up to the barkeep and you do recognize the barkeep.
I do recognize the barkeep.
You do. You recognize the barkeep as the guy that Kashel was. Is berating a good word? The guy that like when you walked up when you
Costing.
made it to Vernport and you
Mhm.
were looking for directions to the potion shop, the guy that Kashel was talking to when you asked for directions,
Mhm.
that guy's the barkeep.
Oh, okay. So I give like a little knock on the counter and I'm like, well, small world here. Do you have any open rooms tonight?
Small world, what am I supposed to remember you?
I've seen you here and there. I saw you in Wormport just a few weeks ago.
Wait,
Getting berated by a knight.
did Mitt actually see him? Like that was while
I
I was
yeah,
following him.
I saw them
Yeah, Mitt came up to ask you for directions.
while
So
you
when
were
he
berating
went,
him.
I know that
like-
was while I was following him.
that's fair. That's fair.
So do I recognize him or not? Either way.
I mean, you do have a 16 passive perception. At the time, it would have been a 15 passive perception. He might look a little familiar.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
probably like look a little bit familiar, but maybe you can't quite place it.
Mm-hmm. Do I know you from somewhere? I swear I've seen you in Warrenport. Either way, do you have any
I got
rooms
one of
open
those
tonight?
faces.
I guess. Small world, handsome. Anyways,
Yeah, we can set you up with a room for tonight.
what do you have open? Can you
We got a room.
yeah, I'm asking, you know, I'm a private guy. Maybe I want a view of the street. You got any with a view of the street?
You asking if there's a window?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't want a view of your back alley, like a view of like the front of the street outside. If that's available, you know, I might be able to pony up a couple extra coins for it.
All right, sure. For a couple extra coins, why not?
Right. What's the house special here?
What do you mean? What's the house special?
What are you serving? What's for dinner?
I don't know. We got meat.
Hey, good enough for me. I'll take
Right.
meat and some water.
Some water.
You got water, right?
Yeah, man. Sure. You want some water? You get some water. Okay. I'm not gonna judge. That's not my job.
Hey, it's a little early to be drinking. The sun's still out, man. Maybe when it gets a little later, then
Hey, man. Look,
we'll
it's
let
sundown
hey,
somewhere. All right. It's sundown
hey,
somewhere.
I hear that one. I thank him and I drop him a tip
Yeah.
on the counter.
All right. You go. Little like it takes a little bit, but he comes back. He gives you your water. A little bit later,
Mhm.
comes out, gives you a steak. He's like, "There you go, man. Knock yourself
I
out."
appreciate it.
And he throws a
Appreciate it.
room key on the bar counter for you.
What's your name, by the way? I didn't catch it. I appreciate your service.
Gaston.
Gaston. Oh, so you're the big boss in here, eh?
I mean, it's got my name on it, but like, I'm not the boss.
Hey, family business.
Eh,
I hear that
it's
one.
something
I
like
hear
that.
that
Something
one.
like that.
Can I roll an insight on him just to kind of get a overall like vibe that he's giving off? Like, if he does he seem sketchy to me?
Go ahead and roll
Like,
insight.
that was a roll an insight. That was an 11. I wasted my nat 20 on the wedding ring.
Passive insight.
Yeah.
Like with just your passive insight,
Yeah.
everybody in here
It is a
seems
little
like they could be a
yeah.
little bit sketchy, but like they're not
Mhm.
actively causing trouble. And just given the state
Yeah.
of the town, other than the magic shop that you saw that was broken into, nobody's
Yeah.
giving anybody a hard time anywhere.
Okay.
But these guys seem like they're not
Yeah.
the
I'm gonna
the
find
most
a
like
yeah.
above board people necessarily.
Yeah.
But
I
that's
get the
not
vibe.
like no more than anybody else that you have done business with in the past, right?
Yeah, and I mean nobody's gonna see Mitt and assume he's very above board anyway. So I'm gonna take my food and I'm gonna go find like an empty table, kind of like secluded in the corner of the bar, a little bit more like what I can perceive as like semi-private, not in the middle of like the hustle and bustle of everything.
Yeah. With your passive perception, you also notice that he has a black shard tattoo.
Okay. I keep that a mental note.
And as you walk through the tavern, you notice that everybody in the tavern also has a black shard tattoo.
Gotcha. Gangland out here. Should I like grab a pen off of like the counter and draw a black shard tattoo on Greg so they don't give him a hard time?
Nah,
No, I'm just kidding. On Greg's cloak.
I feel like it'd be pretty difficult. He is just a
Yeah.
flame.
Yeah, he's the cloak that I can jot on the cloak, you know.
That's true. You could try to,
Yeah.
but then you'd have
But
to take the cloak off him.
Mick kind of goes and sits down to eat and sees if anybody comes up as per his conversation with Ergwit.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Sure.
Anybody else doing anything?
I was
Yeah.
on my way to the magic store.
I am. He's
You-
making his way to the magic store, and he bumps into Arsen, who does not look at him and keeps walking back towards the manor.
Yep.
Okay, that
Yep.
was weird.
Yep, he's just like tiny. Oh no, Arsen does that. Can I sleight of hand the gold back into his pocket?
Yeah, sure.
Sleight of hand
Cool.
back into the pocket.
Hey, that's something sleight of hand can do.
No,
Yeah, of course.
no.
Yeah, my passive perception's 11.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was.
So
This is so awkward.
Cash,
This is
you, Arsen bumps into you, and as he does, you see him with a handful of money reaching into your pocket.
Hey, what's going on, Arsen?
I'm giving this back.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. They didn't have your little amulet or whatever. I'm just gonna go back now.
Okay.
It's I don't know, it's a dud. I don't like that shop. I don't like it here. So I'm just gonna not leave your place until we leave.
You know what?
And that's
I'm a little less than comfortable here myself.
Arsen's gonna look around and then he's just gonna be like, there have been break-ins apparently, right? Like a lot of them.
Yeah.
And you know who's getting blamed for them?
Who?
The town over. The little ratty infested town filled with no good crooks. That's who's getting blamed for it. The crook town.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
So,
god.
you know who's from that crook town?
Who?
Hold on one second.
Me.
Wait. Before you tell him where you're from, Kashel, make an insight check.
On Arsen, who's
With
about to go
advantage.
and have a manic
advantage?
episode.
To see if you connect that. Yeah, you absolutely, in
17.
this moment,
Okay.
connect those dots. Before Arsen tells you, you're like, oh, you're from there.
Mm. Arsen just drops the money to his hand, so people don't think I stole it from you or anything.
You know what? Let's go back together.
I feel like he's like a kid who who had a really big temper tantrum. He's being escorted back home. That's kind of what it is. He's going through it. He did not want to be here. He didn't want to be in this area. Part of him wants to go to the rat-infested town because at least he knows if he goes there, he'll be welcomed in some way.
That's fair.
I just have a hand on Arsen's back, like for a minute while turning around and walking him back.
Okay.
Arsen definitely just looks like he got kicked in the stomach. He gets profiled once. One more time. He gets profiled one more time while he's here. He's gonna give him a reason.
You didn't get profiled.
He did it okay, so let me phrase that.
And also, you do look like a thief.
He looks sexy. No,
You
I'm sorry.
literally are one.
So here's the thing. That's why he said that's fair. Arsen might look like he steals from people, but he's looking good while he does it. And
I mean, the
that's what
shopkeep
matters.
didn't kick you out of the store or blame you.
No, I think.
But it's perfectly
yeah.
reasonable that you would have a little bit of a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, just a little bit. When
Yeah.
the first thing he does is mention that it was probably one of those ratty fucking kids from next door with a ratty kid from next door in front of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dustrod, Lena, and Kavar, what are you three up to as you're exploring the town
I was gonna head back
with
to
fresh muffins?
the manor personally.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna head back, but I'm also kind of just looking around, not for anything particular, just kind of like, oh yeah, this is another huge town. What the fuck am I doing here?
Fair. We'll say that you two are able to you meet up with Arsen and Kashel as they're on their way back.
Okay.
And Dustrod, you look around the rest of the town. You see, and do you go the whole place, or You stop anywhere?
Well,
Is there anything specific that you're looking for?
well, I'm kind of broke right now, but I wanted to go buy Anson. And I know I'm kind of broke. Uh, so he wanted to go to the tavern to go ask if he could drum up some business for them, maybe split the profits 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You walk into the tavern.
All right. What do I see?
I mean, it's what I mean, like what I described to Mitt, right?
Yeah. Okay. Do I see Mitt? Is he there?
Yeah, he's in there. Like, you like
Alright.
walk in, you look around, you see like there's a bunch of people. Like it's like a little bit lively, but it's still kind of quiet. You see Mitt in the corner. You see the barkeep.
Right. I go up to the barkeep and I say, hey, it's pretty packed in here. I'm a bard by trade. I play some really good music.
Mitt walks
you-
upstairs his room while this is happening.
Okay.
No, I didn't even pay attention to it. But if you let me set my hat down, maybe I can drum up some business, get them lively, get more drinks, split what I make 50-50 with you two, and I'll be out of your hair. Not even a free room or meal I need.
As you say that, you recognize the barkeep as Johnny.
Yeah, you met him in the city.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Is that you, Johnny?
He looks at you and he's like, "Yeah, I thought that I recognized you from somewhere."
Yeah. I see. How have you been, Johnny?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah. I didn't know you were a barkeep here.
I mean, that's fair. Everybody's got to work, right?
I saw you back at Warrenport and just thought you
Yeah, it was like a month and a
stayed
half
there,
ago.
huh?
That was like a month ago, man. What do you think? I'm just gonna fucking hang out there forever? Didn't I tell you I was there to meet somebody? Well, I met
You
somebody.
did. That's how that's where you stationed up. That was my fault, though, assuming things.
I mean, you know what they say about assuming, right? Makes you an asshole.
I guess that's true. Well, what do you say, Johnny?
Yeah, man. Look, if you wanna play music, you go ahead. That's fine. I'll tell you what.
Alright.
Like, you want to play music? Go ahead and play music. Any money that you make off the music, you can keep. Any money that we make off the business, off extra people being in here buying drinks and whatever, we keep.
That's fine. Alright.
All right.
I go set up with my thing, and I guess I will roll. Can I do a perception check?
Mhm. Yes, you can. 12. Uh, I mean, like nobody's hiding it. You walked into a Black Shard bar.
Huh. Alright. Desrat's gonna still play there. He's not disturbed. He needs the money. But he has thoughts right now. But he's gonna play there for a while. Try to drum up some cash.
All right. Uh, how long do you want to play there?
What time is it right now? Like, is it late at night? Do I have?
Uh,
I
sun's still out,
realistically.
so
Okay,
like it's not super late yet.
I realistically want to play until like I have to walk. I really have to get back to the mansion.
Okay.
3-4 hours.
All right. Yeah. Sure.
All right. Let me roll performance.
Yep. Dirty 20.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, every hour that you're here, I will roll percentile to tell you how much money you make.
All right.
So you want high numbers. First one's an 85,
Okay.
70,
Okay.
87. So at the end of the night when you pack up, we'll say 3 hours before sundown, uh, that's how much you'll get. That's a pretty good amount of money. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a haul for a dust rod.
Yeah,
Just-
these black shards tip pretty well.
They do. Too bad they're gonna have to die one day, but for now, Dust Rod's is happy he can take money off of black shards. What did you roll? I need to add that up.
85, 70, and 87.
85. Oh, sorry. Can you just DM me it?
Whenever Mitt knows the music stops, because I'm assuming that's reasonable to discern through a floor. I will probably head back downstairs and wait for the meeting, assuming Dustrot is gone.
Okay. In the meantime, everyone else is back in Fangblade Manor.
Yes.
What are y'all doing there? What are these crazy kids up to?
When they come back in, is Kashel's mom like there, or is she like doing her own little thing?
She's somewhere in the house.
Okay, cool. Arsen's going to stand in the foyer and then realize he has no idea where anything is because he did not stay to be shown to his room. And he still kind of like is in a mood. So he turns around and he's like, if I don't get something to drink in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to skip town.
Balvin, who is standing just off to the side, is like, yes, what would you like?
Oh, Arsen's like taken back. You're gonna just get me what I want to drink?
Is that a problem? Are you underage? Kashel, is he underage?
Oh, no, I'm old. Arsen's just never got to be rich. I'll take the equivalent to a rum and coke.
I feel like that would just be rum,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. Just rum.
Pull a
Black
dust rod
spiced
and get a
rum.
flagon of it.
No, just get black spiced rum. Arsen.
It could be some
Arsen.
rum with like some local juice, I guess.
You just
Arsen.
do what I do when I walk into a bar and I don't know what I want. I'm just like, I want a blank drink. Make me a drink with this as the base drink.
Yeah, Arsen's just like, twirling his hair and he's like, I don't know. I want something that'll knock me on my ass and make me not want to think about anything other than getting more drinks.
Very well. I will be but a moment. You see, he turns to go walk away, stops, turns back to everybody else, and he's like, and can I get something for would everybody else like a drink as well?
Not for me.
We're having technical difficulties.
All right, we are back. So again, it's Calvin, right? Who was it dressing? I don't remember. Turns to the group and he's like, would anybody else like a drink while I'm getting one for Mr. Arsen?
Not for me. But I was curious. Is there like a library in the manor somewhere?
Yes, of course. We can have the automaton, Violet, show you.
All right.
Uh,
That would be perfect.
Excellent. I will send her in here when I go to get everybody's drinks.
Perfect.
Kashel, anything for you?
I'll have what Arsen's having.
Okay. And you, ma'am. I don't believe I've gotten your name.
Kiavara. And do you
Kiavara.
have like anything? Do you have like tequila?
Yes. The Lady
Just-
Fangblade insists that we do.
All right, give me a bottle of that, please.
Art imitating life.
Very well. 1 bottle of tequila and a drink that will knock you on your ass
Mm-hmm.
for Arsen and Cash. Understood. I'll be back momentarily. He
I'm gonna
go ahead.
try to hand Lena the little muffin that I set aside, the one that was smallest in the mini muffins.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll grab it. I'm just holding it in my hand.
Can I drop off my stuff in my little room that I don't know where it is yet before I get completely shit-faced?
Well, you don't know where it is yet.
Yeah. Cash, where's your bedroom?
If you want, we can get you your own room.
Did you hear me?
Uh,
Am I
sure.
speaking common?
You see,
all
Calvin
right,
comes back with the automaton, and he's like, yes, here are your drinks. 1 bottle of tequila for Keavara, and 2 mojitos. 1 for Arsen, 1 for the young Master Fangblade. Doubles, of course. If there's
Arsen.
anything else that you need, feel free to ask.
Mhm.
And you, young lady, I don't believe I've gotten your name either.
You can
But-
call me Lena.
Lena. Lovely name. Violet here will show you to the library. Also, Arsen, I could not help but overhear that you did not know where your room was.
Yeah, I was just gonna go stay with Cash if that's not a problem.
No, I don't think it would be an issue.
Cool.
Excellent. Then I trust that Kashel will be able to show you to his room. And you two can have a slumber party. I will have Balvin bring
Is that
up
what they call it?
a slumber party.
Hmm.
Yes, I suppose. Kashel used to have them all the time with
Oh.
his friend Master Harkness when they were kids.
Oh, Cash used to have slumber parties.
Yes. I will have extra pillows and blankets brought up to the room. If there's anything
thank you
else
very
that-
much.
Of course, if there's anything else that you need, feel free to come and find me or my brothers.
Arsen's gonna just down his drink in one go.
Okay. You just obliterate your
chug.
drink.
Mm-hmm.
And Cash will do the same.
Okay.
God damn it, no, you're supposed to stay sober.
Who's gonna be the designated driver now?
All 3 of us are trash. Lena, you're the designated driver.
You do that,
Arsen, try and keep it together a little bit.
and
I
then
need
like
to talk to you.
We'll
3
find
minutes
out.
later, Calvin comes back with another drink.
Arsen takes it and downs that one.
While you're getting shit-faced,
Mm-hmm.
Lena, you're being led to the library.
By the automaton, right?
Correct.
And there isn't anyone like following us like last time.
Nope.
All right. So when we get to the library, I just like to like stop the automaton. Like, Violet was your name, right?
Yes, that is what they've been calling me.
Um. Okay. I was a bit curious, as it's the first time I see. It's some. Don't know if I should say someone or something like you. Um. Do you have like memories that seem to be coming from like a different life?
No, I can't say that I do. Everything that I know is either something that I was designed to know or that I have learned after being here.
Interesting. Can I try to I know I can't like open her and check inside how everything works, but can I try to like from the outside pick up like what's the magic that animates her as much as possible?
Give me an Arcana check.
And this is going to be an 11. Of course, I
Uh,
roll super bad again.
on an 11, uh, you get the feeling that like there's some like probably some like transmutation and like enchantment magics at work. But like that doesn't necessarily explain everything, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's probably like you get the feeling that like there's probably something more mechanical at work than magical, at least
Alright.
as far as like how it moves, not necessarily the why of like why it moves.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you for your time. I'm not gonna keep you here longer.
Okay, if there is anything else that you need, I am here to help.
Perfect. And I'm going to head inside the library.
Okay, you walk in. She like opens the door for you and bows to you as you walk past her, and closes the door behind you.
As she does that, I'm just thinking, I'm glad I wasn't built to be a maid.
You walk into the library. It's less of a library and more like a study.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a lot of books. Like there's like a wall of just bookcases lined with books. There's like a couple desks on one side of the room, and then on the other side, opposite the desks, there's like a fireplace with some like big chairs in front of it.
I'm gonna do exactly the same thing I did um, when I was in Warnport, and start looking for history book, specifically history books that would be related to the events that happened centuries ago, related to the dark being and the I mean, now I have extra knowledge about what happened, so anything related to the colonization of the islands would also be something I do on the lookout for.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
13.
13.
Yeah, so every time the dice hits one of the sides of the screen, I roll super bad. It's really annoying. But yeah, a 13.
You don't find a lot of stuff about like local history. The things that you do find that are like more about like the history of the islands are stuff that you already know. You
Mhm.
do find a bunch like there's other than like the fiction books and like like tall tales, sort of like myth stories. You find stuff about the where the Fang Blades come from in Phalixon, right?
Mhm.
So like you find stuff about like dealing more with like the continents. There's some like you find a book that's like Kashel's family tree, like a family history. In like cross-referencing those with what you know about the sort of like invasion that took place on the islands, you're able to tell that that Phalixon did play a part in it, which is something that you do know more or less, right? But you also find out that there isn't any name mentioned in like that country's sort of like history text that show up in Kashel's family tree. So like that's some stuff that you find that are like history related, uh, that applies, but it's not necessarily helpful.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I guess I spend a few hours doing that.
You can also take this time to copy the detect magic spell if you would like.
Yeah.
It's a
Like
DC 11 Arcana.
I look over the books. I'm like, oh, there isn't anything particularly interesting, or at least, I mean, like, I'm sure in a different context, it'd be super interesting to learn about Kashel's family tree. But as of now, that's not really what I'm looking for. So I'm just gonna install myself on one of the desks and just start copying.
Okay.
Let's see if, yeah. So that's gonna be a 22 Arcana.
100%. You are able to copy the spell into your spell book. When you do the scroll, it's just like the other one, fades into regular paper.
As expected.
You also get the feeling that like if like you can come back another time and look through the library again, maybe you'll find something a little more helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are all going to be here for a few days, you'll have other opportunities to come into the library. You can maybe ask one of the retainers for assistance, or the Lady Fangblade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still have the city's actual library that might open eventually.
Mhm.
So I still have options. I finished copying the spell in my spell book. I decide it would probably be good for appearances if I went to bed because it's starting to be late, and I'm gonna head back to my room.
Okay. You head back to your room. Kashel, Arsen, and Kayavara, you're all hammered.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What are you three up to?
I would imagine that we all just went to Cash's room and we're having a slumber party.
This is not boding well for what Cash's mom probably thinks he's doing with two tieflings.
Who is she to judge?
Arsen put all of his stuff in the corner of the room and is currently laying upside down on Cash's bed with his head almost to the floor in just his crop top tank top and his pants, and his shoes are off. All of his jewelry, like that he normally wears, is off. He's just like laying upside down, disassociating and giggling every 5 seconds.
All right.
Cat is
And he-
dropping his armor and like he's getting ready to just fucking pass out.
Arsen is like, did you guys know that I got a message from Sheena? Did you guys know that? Did you
Oh.
know? Yeah, so before she told me to go to the magic shop to do the thing with the thing and the cat, she put a little like a note in my shirt. And I thought it was weird, but Sheena's kind of weird. and she was like, "Yeah, this is it. Goodbye." Guess what it said?
What did it say?
It said, and like he tries to whisper, but he doesn't. And he's like, "It said I think Urgwit is Vernon Worsoff." And he starts laughing.
Oh,
And he's just like, can you believe it? Can you believe that this guy that is like talking to your mom, right, is like the guy that like colonized and destroyed a bunch of people's lives? Hmm.
you know
All
what?
right, we cut
Yeah,
back
yeah, I
and
can.
and we cut back to the tavern. Dust Rod, you're playing your music. It's getting a little late. Sun's starting to go down. A group of people walk in, go up to the counter, grab some drinks, take a table over in the corner.
Can I roll perception, I guess?
I mean, if you want to. Like you see, like, you know, group comes in, sits down, gets their stuff, sits in the corner. People, like, some of the people have started to clear out of the tavern. Some of the people go upstairs to their rooms.
Hmm.
Passive perception, don't
It's 11.
they don't like, yeah, your passive perception's 11. They don't super know, like, they don't look like they belong here, right? Does that make sense? Like, they don't look like they super
They
fit
don't
in.
look like a black shard.
Yeah.
that's how
Like-
Dust interprets
like-
it.
Judging by like their apparel and like, you know, they all have like backpacks and stuff. They're probably like an adventurer group passing through.
No, it's the same.
Yeah.
I guess I'm packing up. And as I'm packing up, I go up to Johnny. I slide him just 10 gold pieces.
Puts his hand on the money, kind of scoops it back. And he's like, "It's a good show. You should
Thank you.
you're pretty good."
Yes, I take pride in my work. Maybe I'll be here tomorrow. Hope I help.
Yeah, man, anytime,
boost
anytime.
business up.
Yeah,
Alright,
you know, we did all
and
right. We did all right.
then, Desrod then turns and goes to the table of the people that look out of place.
Sure.
After scooping the money in his pocket.
You walk up to a halfling, a Kalashtar, a kind of hairy dude.
You see Shabaka? I'm just kidding.
A half elf and a human who are just kind of sitting at a table.
Hello there. I hope you noticed my fine music as as you walked in.
You see the human speaks up and he's like, yeah, it was good."
I'm sorry to be so forward with you, but you all look like you pretty experienced with the way of the world, right?
Yeah.
I've been you wouldn't happen to need any work or anything?
You see the half elf speaks up and she's like, no.
Oh.
Like, why?
Oh, I just was wondering if maybe I can if I might need some assistance in coming up. I'm still working on details. I would like to maybe recruit, just looking around recruiting for a group that could help me.
Oh, wait. So, like, you're asking us if we need work?
Yeah, if you need work.
Oh, no. No, we don't.
Yeah. No. All right. I guess I'll have to keep searching then.
Yeah, sorry.
Good. That's all right. And then Discord just leaves.
As you go to walk away, you hear Johnny. You're like, "Hey, you got a job? You know, we can help out. What's going on? What do you need?"
Discord stops. He pauses maybe noticeably for a second as he decides what he should do.
Well, like, if you're looking for work, we got something that we could maybe use some help with. You know, you seem like you're a pretty capable looking guy, right?
Yeah, I've done my fair share of mercenary work.
Okay, well, look, you know, we'll scratch your back, you scratch our back. You need help with something, you know, we're pretty all right guys, right? But he like reaches under the counter and pulls out like a scroll and kind of lays it out. He's like, I don't know if you noticed around town, but like there's been some like break-ins and robberies, things of that nature, and local security's been trying to figure out who done it. They asked if they could put up a notice in here to see if anybody wants to, you know, go figure out what's going on. So like, you know, we're all gonna look into it. It's a pretty hefty you know, reward for bringing in whoever's doing the robberies or getting, you know, information, things like that. So if you'd be interested in helping us figure that one out, you know, by all means, we split the profit, right?
Yeah, I have. How about I'll help out with it. Maybe I might ask for another favor in return, just a small one later, instead of splitting the profit. You know, it wouldn't be like I wouldn't be risking our neck or anything. Just some investigation work. You know.
I mean, like, yeah, okay. I don't see why not.
Yeah, I'll help you with this. You know, and we can maybe I'll get to the bottom of this, and maybe I can get some you guys to do some investigation for me.
Yeah, man, sure thing.
All right. All right. Well, see you later, Johnny.
But name's Gaston.
Gaston?
Yeah.
That fits you way better.
But all right, man, you take care of yourself, Dust Rod.
Yeah. And Desert rocks out.
Okay.
Back to the mansion.
All right. Mitt, you hear the music stop.
I walk downstairs, go back up to Gaston and just order just one small drink, just a shot, nothing to get drunk, but enough to fit in with the vibe and not look out of place. And then I take my little spot back at the table I was at.
Mitt, you notice the bounty on the counter
What is the bounty?
to catch whoever the thief is.
Oh,
Oh, did I
okay.
not grab that?
I mean, he showed it
is
to
there
you.
multiple?
Yeah, he showed it to you. He didn't give it to you.
Well,
Oh, okay.
It's
I
like
memorized it
it's a
then.
poster, right? They get, you know, they got to keep
yeah,
it.
I glanced down at it, but it's not
It's
not Mitt subconsciously knows that what's missing from the magic shop were magic artifacts, and that's what Ergwit said that they look for with the adamantium soldiers. So
he didn't say that they're looking for it.
what do you mean?
So let me explain what he implied when he had the conversation, because I feel like I didn't do a very good job of it.
They collect it when they detect it.
The ones that were there were collecting it
The ones that were in
Vermport.
Okay. But I mean, the assumption that Mitt has is the ones that they sent here acted the same way. So like I would still assume that
Sure.
they broke in when they were first deployed, when nobody was there, and then they're just all blaming it on a thief. So I see the bounty, but I don't really like have any reason to like hard act on it. It's just like a mental note that it like.
Okay. But yeah, like you would notice it's 300
Yeah.
gold to bring them in without recovering the stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's 500 gold to bring them in with the stuff.
Does it specifically say what's missing?
No.
Gotcha. Just that magic artifact. Does it say it was like magic artifacts taken or?
Yeah, like assorted magical items.
Okay.
Like you
Yeah.
like you got information from the guy at the magic shop that like there's some
Right.
spell books that have gone missing, some magic scrolls.
Yeah, and
uh,
I tell
and a
Greg
few
to
artifacts.
jot down the bounty thing, and Greg took a mental note of it to let me know later.
Of course.
Keep it in mind. Yeah, of course.
But yeah,
And then
you-
so I take my drink from Gustav and throw him another tip, and I head over to my table.
all right. You head to your table, and a gentleman walks up to you from the table next to it.
Can you describe what he looks like?
He looks like he's vaguely human,
Yeah.
but like not quite.
Mm-hmm.
He walks up, he looks at you, and he's like, "Are you the guy that we're supposed to meet?"
I mean, I guess we're all here for one reason or another. Who sent you?
I mean, if you're asking that question, then I think you already know who
I mean,
sent it.
yeah, I mean, we can make that assumption, but rather safe than sorry. But yes, I suppose we were destined to meet here tonight.
As you say that, you get a telepathic message in your head.
Mhm.
Like, we were sent by Ergwit to have a conversation with you.
Okay, I can respond telepathically, or can I not?
You can.
Okay, I just say, okay. I acknowledge it and say, this is, rather safe than sorry. I don't know anybody here, so what's the plan? What's the move? What's the goal? What do you guys need from me?
Well, come join us at our table. And you see the guy walks away.
Sure.
Sits down at the table. Like, he just kind of like walks around the
Yeah.
booth.
Mhm.
Do you follow?
Sure. I go
Okay.
join them at their table. Can I roll an insight on them?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's see here. Got a 12. That, as much as everything can be on the up and up, like I'm not gonna get stabbed walking over this table type deal.
No. They look like they're doing a job.
Right. We're all here with the common goal of making some bread.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I go join them at their table.
All right. You sit down and you see it's like half elf girl. It's like, okay, cool. So my name's Sophia.
Nice.
This
The
little boy
streets,
right
yeah.
huh? This
I
little boy
was
right here is
introducing myself.
Oliver. The hairy guy, his name's Ben. The one who spoke in your brain, she's Sara, and the halfling over here, his name is Vil. And you're
I'm Mitt, but the streets know me as Scunch.
that's kind of a weird name, but like whatever.
It-
Okay.
Sounds like a disease.
A noble companion of mine. Kate, you might not have been here for it. Were you here for Scunch? the jingle
I
and
don't-
jangle, the jingle and jangle, the tabaxi. They're like he told everybody his name was Braxton, but his real name was Jingle. Mitt asked him to give him a nickname too, and he called Mitt Scunch, which stands for Stinky
God.
Lunch.
It
Yeah.
sounds like an STD.
Yeah, I like it. It's funny. Okay, anyway, back to where we were. Sorry, Mike. A little aside.
Okay, so like we're trying to get information on well, actually, it might be better if you come with us and we'll just show you what we're looking for. Okay?
I roll insight on this.
Sure.
Okay.
Roll insight on the secondary
Um,
location.
It's an 8.
Um,
Never
Not
go to a
great.
secondary location.
I mean, it's a little unorthodox, right?
Yeah.
They don't seem like they're in the same business that you're in.
But I don't seem like I'm in harm's way going with them.
Yeah.
Is more so. Okay. Yeah.
Like
then-
these guys seem like adventurers. They don't seem like bounty hunters, right?
Okay, sure. Then I'm happy to join you guys at the second location.
Okay, cool. You see Oliver gets up and like goes over and like puts a tip on the counter for Gaston.
Yeah.
You all walk out and head over to the west side of town. And on your way, she's like, so we were asked to find information about some lady, I guess, that he used to know. I don't really know what the whole deal is. He's kind of sparse on like helpful information. He had us like investigate some ruins like a month ago to like, you
Wha-
know, what?
Were you guys out camping north of the fishing hamlet about a month ago?
Yeah, in that like really gross area that was all like
Yeah, it was awful,
yeah.
right? Yeah, I actually bypassed your guys' camp. I did notice you guys out there. That's funny. Small world.
Yeah, Fen said that there were some people who were like, oh, that's Fen. Fen said
Yeah.
that there were some people who were like watching us in the trees or whatever, but like
You know, you can never
nothing.
be too cautious, right?
Yeah, so
If I'm,
like,
if
you know, I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? If you're like going
Yeah, of
past there,
course.
it'd be, you know. But anyway, so like we were like looking into that, and there was like some lich or whatever. But
did fight one of those. Yeah.
yeah, so like you know that was a whole thing, and like now we're like looking into this church, and I don't know, like maybe they have information on whatever the thing is, but like, and as she's talking, you guys kind of stop at the entrance to a chapel, you know, a small little church building.
Mhm.
She's like,
So,
okay.
what's this lady's name? What information do you guys already have?
Well, that's the thing. We're looking for a lady who's supposed to be dead.
Well, you know, in this world, is dead ever really truly dead?
I mean, like, yeah, because you're like dead, right? Anyway, come on.
I'm. Yeah, we can agree to disagree.
So,
I met some nice ghosts in my day.
like, as you're like having a conversation about if dead is ever really dead, Oliver's like, well, I have magic, but whatever.
What, do I hear it?
Yeah.
I look over to Oliver. I imagine he's like a pretty like meek guy. Like he's the one that's like ignored and kind of dragged around with the group. What kind of magic do you have, Oliver? What do you want to say? Sometimes the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
I'm a cleric. Like that's my
So you should
my
know,
whole
dead is
deal.
never truly dead, Oliver. Right? You can resurrect people, right?
Yeah, like
Right. Tell her. So I don't look crazy. I agree with you, Oliver. You're a good guy. Do you want to hold Greg?
who?
I put Greg on it. Oh, sorry, I didn't introduce you guys to Greg. This is on my shoulder in the cloak. This is Greg, my flame elemental. He dances.
You see, Oliver is very happy.
I put Greg on his shoulder as we continue talking. You can have a little friend back there.
You guys get to this church and go inside, and there's
Mhm.
like it's mostly empty right now. It's getting late.
Sure.
One of the clergymen walks up to all of you and begins to say something, and Sophia's like, nope, stop, not interested, don't talk, I don't want to hear it, okay, like I'm not, just stop.
Mhm.
I hate when people want to come into it, doesn't matter. So anyway, like we're looking for this lady, and like I guess it's like the god or whatever that these people worship, right?
Sure.
Like they seem to think that like she's not dead, but like even
So
like even
maybe
in their stupid book, it says that she fucking died. So like
Sophia, let
you
me
know, case
interrupt you for
fucking
a second.
closed.
You know, I'm more of an assassin than a detective, but maybe listening to the clergyman coming up, maybe he can answer some of your questions. As mundane as that path may be, it might open some doors into your investigation.
I mean, like we already did.
What did
And
he have to say?
nothing helpful?
Nothing helpful.
No.
I'll tell you what. You guys seemed like you guys were having a good time at the bar. What do you say? I stay here. I talk to the clergyman. Maybe I can get some info. I tend to be pretty good at that. And I'll meet you guys back at the tavern for breakfast.
Sure, why not?
Oliver can stay with me if he wants. He seems like a good guy. Him and Greg are getting along.
No, Oliver's
then-
gonna come with us. It's past his bedtime already.
Oliver, is it past your bedtime?
Yeah, you see Oliver kind of like looks down at the ground. He's like, "Yeah, it is."
Okay. Okay. Well, are you guys staying at the tavern as well?
Yeah,
Or do you
we're
have other
staying. We're
quarters
staying
here?
at the tavern.
Sure. I take Oliver or Greg back from Oliver, and I say that we'll meet for breakfast in the morning and we'll regroup. I'm going to talk to the clergymen and learn about their religion, and then I will head back to the tavern afterwards. I tell them that to sum it up.
Okay. They all kind of like nod and say goodbye and everything, and they walk out.
Yeah. And I walk up to the clergyman. I'm sorry for my rude acquaintances there. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And I want to roll like just like an investigation check or an insight on like the church and like anything that I can see, whether it's like Jesus on a cross or like whatever is around.
There's some so like passive perception. There are some statues in the back.
Can you describe them?
Not from where you are. You'd have to get closer.
Gotcha. Sure.
But you can see that those are there. It's relatively low lit as you go like into where like a service would be held. There's some like stands with like books and candles and whatever. And the clergyman's like, welcome. I was just going to ask if there was anything that you needed or that you.
Hi. What's your name? My name's Scunch.
Okay. My name is not Scunch.
Where?
That's an
where?
odd name. My name is Evan.
Evan, nice to meet you. Tabaxi and our wild names. No, I was just curious, and my friend said there was this church in town, and I just wanted to see what your guys' religion was about. Or I'd like to hear about it if you could give me a rundown. And I would like to check out your church. This is a beautiful, beautiful church, by the way, Evan. Or not Scunch. I don't know which you prefer to go by.
Evan is fine.
Okay.
This is the Church of the Shadowed Queen.
Church of the Shadowed.
Yes. Here's some. He goes over and like picks up a book and hands it to you. He's like, "This is our scriptures. If you would like to read it."
I'm staying at the tavern in town. Do you mind if I take this to read later tonight? I'd be happy to bring it back. I can give you some gold. You have my word, or if I can take this, then that'd be great.
Please, by all means, keep it.
Thank you, Evan.
Yes, we would love to spread the teachings of our Shadowed
Sure.
Queen to as many people as possible.
That's wonderful. Thank you for your hospitality. Do you mind if I have a look around before I head back?
Oh, by all means, by all means.
Sure. I walk up and I want to like just kind of like do a walkthrough of like the publicly available areas of the church.
Sure.
Check out any paintings or like sculptures or statues, anything like that.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Really? 16.
You don't see anything crazy.
Mm-hmm.
There's no paintings in here. You go up to the statues. The statues are of a woman.
Hmm. Can I make out any like defining characteristics?
It's pretty generic.
It's a pretty
Um,
generic stuff, like marble or.
It's made out of like black stone.
Hmm. Can
It
I
doesn't
can
look
I
like it would
roll?
be marble.
Yeah. Can I roll like a religion check to see if I've ever heard of this church before, or if it's like something that I maybe, it's been through a lot of different places. It's something that I've encountered.
Yeah, go ahead.
18.
Yeah, it's not something that that's like new, right?
It's not like some small cult that's never been heard of. It's definitely like something that I've maybe encountered in the past, but not paid really any attention to.
Yeah, like it's something that you would have
Gotcha.
encountered, in a couple different places as you like went from continent to continent.
Gotcha. So yeah, I do my look around and I thank Evan for his time, and I will head back to the tavern for the night.
Okay.
Assuming I have a nice, safe, swift walk back. I will roll stealth as it's nighttime. I'm gonna be super invisible. 19 on my way back, just in case there's anybody out looking for me. You never know.
Okay. You make your way back to the tavern?
Yeah. Give a little nod to like Gaston on my way in.
Yep. Uneventful walk back. Nothing crazy happens.
Gotcha.
You think you see something out of the corner of your eye as you're like walking down the street, and you turn, there's nothing there.
Monk ass.
You make it back to the tavern, you go up to your room. Settle down.
Perfect.
Dustrod, when you get back to Fangblade Manor, the automaton is there to let you in. She greets you. And what's going on? I know Lena's going to do her rest.
So,
How's the slumber party going?
so to save everybody the absolute cringe, we discussed what would be happening between ourselves just a little. Basically, so Cash shows us the portrait. But like barely. It's like 70% clear because he's
No,
super fucked up.
70% fucked
Okay.
up.
Oh, 70% fucked up. So we can't even see it because he's fucked up. Arsen laughs at him promptly and then falls onto the floor. Kevara starts crying and Arsen thinks it's because of the tequila. So he tells her not to drink tequila anymore. And then if you look at previous rolls, Arsen proceeded to sing badly to calm her down, fall on Kashel, and then laugh loud enough that Lena probably heard.
Okay.
And then started purring as tiefling do. Got a head pat, and then in his drunken stupor tried to make out with Cash, who fought it, and then Arsen rolled a natural 20 on persuasion.
And Cash
he
is
got a little
very drunk, so dice rolls
so
are
he-
kind of what they're gonna be.
So he got a tiny little smooch and then promptly passed out. Like immediately. So.
All right.
But he also talked about the reason why Kevara was crying is because he mentioned what the note said. Sheena's note. So that's something that he'll probably talk to everyone about later, and that's did not mean to say that while drunk, but you know how it goes.
Yeah, we do know
She's
how it
also very
goes.
drunk too at this point, so.
Yep.
Does Kevara pass out in Kashel's room, or does she go back to hers?
She's probably gonna leave at this point because like stumble back to her room.
Poor Kevara.
Should I do any kind of checks for that to make sure I don't bonk my head on a wall or something?
Would you remember? I mean, give me an investigation check with disadvantage to find your way back to the room.
Okay.
I mean, like, you're in a strange
Wow.
place. You're also drunk.
I had a nat 20, but there's a 7.
Yeah. Disadvantage does hit. So you make a couple wrong turns and end up getting kind of lost.
No.
The automaton maid girl hears you stumbling around and comes up to you and is like, "Are you all right?"
No. I'm just crying and sobbing, and
Is there anything that I can help you with?
I just want to go to sleep.
Understood. I will escort you to your room. And she hands you a tissue.
I just like blow my nose into the tissue. Probably mascara all over my face and on the tissue at this point.
She walks you back to your room. She's like, if there's anything else that you need, feel free to let me know.
Thank you. You're the best. I love you. And I just like head into my room, shut the door, and fall on the floor to sleep.
Jesus Christ.
And we'll pick up there next week.